Hey everybody, my name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my
baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby.
Caller, this call is for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick?
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you were telling me my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
Will you say my name again? I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
So Vivek,
Hey.
whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll.
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
How are you and your man?
Oh, Bisconti, he's in hospice. I'm teasing.
Oh,
it's a joke. It was an old man joke.
No, there was somebody in the hospice on meeting earlier, so I was like, oh, geez.
I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh my God, we're great. I'll marry that man.
Oh,
he's adorable. So.
If my babies fall out, this is your fault, John. I'm just saying.
Jumping jack. Whoa!
Yeah, don't.
Whoa!
What was it?
Whoa!
Okay. There. I did it. What, you can take me? My babies fall out. This is your There. I did it.
Are you winning, son?
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm an English teacher, a dialect coach, and today I'm going to show you exactly what actors do perfectly and terribly when they try to do a British accent. Let's rate some accents.
My kink is British accents. Oh, is that all right?
Cheerio, cut!
Yeah, right then. Bush cheerio.
You're really attracted to this.
Oh, bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass. I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baddie. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, you know, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mrs. Stein.
Happy day. Tuesday, Wednesday. Happy day. Thursday, Friday. Happy day. The weekend comes. My cycle hums.
Your lip. Just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
I'm gay. I have relationships with men and sex with men.
Welcome to SimpCast. Hello. Happy Valentine's Day SimpCast. It is Sunday, February 16th. Boy, oh boy. Woo. Do we have anything to talk about this week? I think we do. I think we have a few things to talk about. But first, I have an important announcement. About 10 months ago, I had a baby. And the father was my husband. I know. Boring. We will talk about it. We will talk about the Elon Musk, Ashley St. Clair stuff. We will talk about some little viral videos. I mean, I would like to say that there's other news to talk about, but this Ashley stuff might be the whole gosh darn episode. What do you guys think? Yeah, and please respect my privacy at this time. After it's featured in several news outlets. It's all good. It's all good, guys. And we have some incredible ladies tonight who are going to weigh in on all the things. We picked the best and the brightest, the best looking, really just the best looking women to come on this show and weigh in on the hot topics. So here they are. And there's some even coming later. Miss Cherry Perez, Carmen Smith Studer, Jaleesa Danielle, Jeanna Hoch, and we've got more's coming. More's a coming. Hello. Welcome our boxes on your screen.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. I couldn't help but notice that Jeanna and Jaleesa have the perfect. You guys look like you could be Elon Musk baby mom.
Look, as much as I like kids, they're for other people, not for me.
I might have a few eggs left. You never know.
Yeah.
Just shake them out. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. Hello. It was an exciting day. I took the baby to the pool and we were getting ready to go, and he was all dressed up. He's in a stroller that really was like, it was great before he was standing up. It was good for him to like do tummy time on, and he would like cruise through and like see the world. But now he can kind of, on the setting it's on, he can kind of stand up on it, which is like, okay, you really have to watch him. So he's like standing up on this stroller thing. I had one hand on him one hand on, like I was getting a jacket from the chair. I did not take my eyes off him. I still had a hand on him. But then all of a sudden I see him like fold over the top of the stroller. I grabbed his arm. This was my like super mom moment. I grabbed his arm. He flipped. He didn't, I mean, I was super fast and grabbed him, but he would have like, he did a little bit of a flip and everything was fine. But he could have just landed head first onto the pool deck and
scary.
Anyway, we're not gonna use that stroller anymore. I was really kind of proud of myself. It was like something you would see in one of those videos where they have like, oh, parent. I don't know if it was a fail.
Yeah, it's usually the dads that they always have the dad save. So
it's a compilation
start a whole new genre.
It was like a dad save because I just grabbed him by the arm. Oh, Sally's here. Hello, Sally. Let's break up the brunettes. We're breaking up the brunettes on the bottom. We can't have too many brunettes together. Elon Musk is gonna be attracted to our scent.
He'll appear in the chat.
But was he attracted to her though? Is the question. It kind of seems like a trap.
What do you mean? Was he had a baby with her?
Well, I don't know because did you guys see? I sent you a bunch of posts. I
got them. We're gonna put them all up. Do we want to get into that first, or do we want to wait till?
I would wait a minute.
Let's wait.
Savor
We gotta wait till everybody gets here. I'm gonna just go through and ask how everybody's doing. How are you, Miss Cherry Perez?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Just kind of doing the same old thing. I got a new video coming out on Wednesday about liberal horror, like dating stories. It's pretty funny. So.
Liberal horrors? Like
yeah, that's a lot of it. But yeah. Other than that, just kind of hanging out. Yeah.
Cool. Yes, I hope we will avoid the liberal whores. Just do the conservative whores.
Exactly.
Hello, Carmen.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm good. You're looking very cute. Is this a little headband situation?
Ooh. Headband. Well, it's actually like one of those ties, but it has a wire in it, so it holds.
Keep your thoughts together. I like that. The blonde
It's like antennas. You know, you can kind of like zoom in.
Yeah, I can really play with it. It can get long. You know, I can.
What? No way.
No.
Yes, keep like the ears.
The little bunny.
Or you can twist it into a bud, like a rose. Like you can just play with it.
Oh my God. See, this is the year 2025. Look what we have in terms of accessories. How far we've come. Hi, Jaleesa.
Hi.
Or is it Jalissa? I should really know by now.
Yeah, Jaleesa. Yeah.
Jalisa.
You did it correct.
I did it. It's good. It's good to have an astrologer back in the house.
Yeah, I'm looking and observing things through the eyes of the signs now of the behaviors. So when y'all are bringing up these stories, I was looking up birthdays. I'm looking up all those kind of things. So I'm like, I like to observe things now through behavior of the sign that you are. So. Yeah.
Okay, this will come in handy. I know that we're not going to try to scare away the men with too much astrology talk, but this may be helpful when we get to our Elon and Ashley baby mama discussion.
Yeah, what kind of women are you going to attract and what they could possibly do?
Ooh, that's so true. So true. Hi, Sally. Good to see you. The boobs are out. I appreciate that so much.
Usually I don't show cleavage.
Oh my God. No. Thank you. This is a special occasion.
A special occasion.
A little bit of Valentine's Day after cleave.
After Valentine's, yeah. And I've got this like weird rash on my neck I'm trying to cover with my hair.
And you're distracting from the rash with the cleavage, which is very smart.
Yes, I just don't want you to look at this. I don't know what it is. So anyway, you can't see it.
Maybe it's from the weather. Maybe it's like you're out in the cold or something.
I don't know. Every time I swear that this is like tinfoil hat-ish, but I swear that when you fly on a plane, I swear they have like this mix of like viruses that they just spray on you while you sit in that plane, just trying to see if you're going to come home with some kind of a sickness or something. So Got back
There's-
Monday.
There's something in those planes for
They
sure.
definitely spray. I've seen the vapors.
I don't know. I got home on Monday night, and by Wednesday, and I never get sick, but I just started like, boom, out of nowhere, sore throat, coughing. I'm like, and like I said, I never get sick, but I was like, I swear they just intentionally try to kill you.
Were you next to anybody that was expelling droplets of any kind?
I didn't notice anyone sick. I don't know, but I was kind of scared to fly with all the plane crashes. Like I left on the Monday right after we had those huge plane crashes. Like there was 4 in 1 week. So I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to get on a plane. But and then I leave and I'm like, okay, I hope I make it home safe. And everyone's like, you're just being dramatic. Okay. So I flew out of Phoenix that same morning out of Scottsdale. Another jet had crashed into a plane at the airport and it was shut down. So I'm like, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
The one tip I heard about, I don't know if I heard this from a stewardess or what, but like the tip to like it helps you avoid getting sick on a plane is to have like the fan blowing at your face the whole time.
Oh, really?
I don't know. It blows the germs
I'm
away.
always freezing. Last thing I want is the fan.
Yeah, I don't like a bunch of air blowing on me either. My husband sleeps with
I
a fan
sneak my
on.
minky on every time I fly. I wrap myself in it as soon as we take off and I just fall asleep.
Did you say
I
your
have
mink?
I have this little gadget, and it's an ozonator.
Those are cool.
And you can just turn it on, and it'll blow like fresh oxygen towards you. It's just real little.
That sounds
Is it just like-
refreshing.
Or
Well, I
maybe you
have
just
one
have a
in here.
plant.
Like it has ionizer or ozonator. Yeah, they're cool.
I think that's what it. I forgot what it's called. That I feel like I don't know.
It takes the ions, right?
3, so it splits the oxygen, and so it creates 3 for just a temporary like period of time. So it's breathable.
Yeah,
They're
cool.
It's really cool.
Is it a man thing to sleep with a fan on? I'm seeing quite a few people in the
Yes.
chat. And women, are we as women okay with just stale air? Like just still?
I am. I don't like the fan.
I don't like the
I don't
fan.
like the fan.
I can
That's
go either
so
way.
funny. It's a wind battle. A wind
Yes,
battle.
yeah,
It's
the
weird
sound of
too,
the
because
fan
it's
at night
positive
drives me
ions.
bonkers. Like I just wanted to like punch someone.
Oh my God, look at all the men. All the men in the chat is we need the fan. We need the fan.
They're
This
so
is like-
hot. They're
we're
just
doing
hot.
Real
My boys like that though.
And the men also run hotter than women. Like their engines are hotter. Their
Men are cold.
mechanisms of their body are hot.
But wind is positive ions, which will deplete you.
Well, so the if you have one that's an ion, it attaches to the negative ions in the air, and it makes it heavy and it makes it fall to the ground, so that they can't. They're not in the air.
Oh wow. Okay, there's a lot to know about this. Hi, Jeanna.
Hello,
I'm saying your name wrong again. I'm so sorry.
Gina.
Gina. Fuck.
How's it going, everybody?
Gina. How's it going?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I am good. Oh my God, she's here. She's here. She's here. It's Tree of Life. We got it. Oh my God.
Who's Cherry? Thank you so much for
Yeah, no
saying what
problem.
you're saying. That's the reason I'm here. She's the reason I'm here because I was like, oh, it does let you sign your name and everything like that. And I was like, I'm here. Thank you so much. So
Yay.
sorry. I'm normally
you're here at the perfect time.
I'm normally never late because I know how it is about Black people and time.
Down for the whole race.
You're not on time. You're in time. You came just in time.
Exactly.
Doing intros. Oh, your hair looks good. I think
Thank
you never
you.
have it down.
I know. I
That's
usually
gorgeous
like
hair.
have a rag on my head or a hat on my head, but like I decided to let it out. And yes, this is my hair. It's dreadlocks. I just crinkled it up and everything like that.
Pretty.
Thank you.
How fun. Yes. Hold on. We're gonna do.
You
let's
just
see.
said that's your own hair without any extensions in it, or
Yeah,
razors?
it's dreadlocks.
Oh my gosh, how gorgeous!
So it's all mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tree is-
Is that the smoke alarm? The smoke detector?
Who's got the smoke detector?
Who chirped? Oh my
That's
God.
funny.
Oh,
The smoke
that never
detector's
gets
even
old.
calling her a smoke show.
Ooh, somebody's hot in here. Van
Oh.
Halen, how much did your husband raise your income? Oh, God, probably a lot, actually. Thank you, Dan. Nicholas Carmen, how is your sourdough doing today?
I've been so busy. I haven't been making sourdough for a while. So I need to, though. I'm going to feed my starter tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Thanks for
Feed that
caring.
starter. That sounds sensual. Derek, see, the HVAC return on airplanes should be hooked up to the seat cushion so people's farts are sucked out of the cabin. That's a great idea. It sounds expensive, though. Okay, let's see. Let me play this one thing. We will get into the topic at hand, the most important topic. The reason we're all here. We will talk about it.
Can I say that I was talking with your husband and I was like, we was talking about politics. I said, yeah, I know we just probably do one politics, but I'm really here for the gossip. This was before everything blew up. Believe it or not, I told Frank this before everything blew up. I said, you know, I'm always here for the gossip. I'm a gossip bitch. I love the gossip. That's the most important thing. And then all of a sudden, this situation with Ashley and Hannah, and I was like, oh, damn, I picked a good time to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, who's Hannah? I was just hearing about this before when I was listening to Space with what was it? Angela Balcamino. But they were talking about a Hannah person. I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Hannah Pearl.
Patriarchy, Hannah.
Is there another Hannah?
No.
It's not Pearl.
Wait a minute. I thought you had this on the list to talk about.
I put it on the list because Carrie Smith had posted it. I had never heard of her either.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you who Hannah is. So Hannah was this chick who was a very good friends of Rachel Wilson, Isabella Raleigh Moody, Pearl. She's one of these trad women. Well, she cosplayed as a trash woman, but she was a trad woman. And she was like talking about how she had 14 kids and she just had a baby. But every time that bitch was on goddamn Twitter X for like 18 hours a day. And you all know when you got kids, right? It's never quiet in the background. You understand, right? If you got 14 children, you are not going to have. Yeah. Every time she gets on and she loves staying on Twitter Spaces. So every time she gets on Twitter Spaces, it's quiet as a church in there, right? Just like quiet, nothing. You hear nothing. You hear nobody. And she was always on there all day. And it turned out that not only was she's this, and she took women's money. She got women's addresses. It's so scandalous. I thought Chrissy had a background information on her.
I don't have a background, and I'm looking through our group chat, and I just see Ashley.
I had posted
it.
Somebody posted it. Yeah, Carmen posted it.
I'll find some info for you because I just left a chat where they were talking
Carrie
about this.
Smith. It's a Carrie Smith post, and
it's that post. Okay, that I do have. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And
every time I would go in Spaces, she would always attack me. And we would have like dirty, real foul verbal fights. And now I know why. Because the bitch was fraudulent and she thought I was going to catch her, but I never catch her. It was a Ryan guy. This Ryan guy caught her, not me. I never found out that she was, there you go. Yeah. The Ryan guy caught her. I didn't catch her.
That's trifling.
The Patriarchal Wives Club. Patriarchy Hannah. I have never heard of her outside of
She
our
started this
conversation.
fucking group where all these women were interested in being indentured servants, aka trad wives, and they were basically talking about, let's do this recipe. Hold on, you got to do this justice though, Chrissy. Go to the picture where she posted to say it was her, and they did a Google image reverse to find out that wasn't her. Turn out this is a morbidly obese ex-con. The bitch got a fucking arrest record for a mile away.
Click on it.
Huh?
Find her profile?
No, click on Ryan. No,
click on the Ryan one. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Who is Patriarchy Hannah? At Harmonized Grace. Join me on a deep dive as I explain how Hannah is a completely fabricated persona and how a random 37-year-old woman in Arkansas named Jennifer Bays is behind the account.
Wow.
Whoa.
Are the kids around?
For some quick background, Patriarchy Hannah is an account that portrays a trad wife who has 14 kids. Her husband, Tony, owns a construction company in a town, Tonytown, where their family and kids live. She's gained a large following over the past few years. She also ran a Discord community where some of her followers talk and hang out. Discord was disbanded yesterday after allegations surfaced that Hannah was not who she claimed to be. It started with a house. In November of 23, Hannah claimed that she just built a house in Tonytown for her son and soon-to-be daughter-in-law. Unfortunately, this house wasn't built by her husband, Tony, and his friends. It was built by a custom home builder for a different person. And then there's pictures. Another successful home build completed in Tonytown. Welcome our new neighbors, our son, after the 18th, and his wife. Okay, so it's like a compound, right? That's what they're trying to make it seem
but
like.
that's not her. She's
That's what
just
she's
stealing
making.
pictures and saying that's her stuff.
Who has
Wow,
time for
okay.
that? Who has time? That reminds me of catfish.
A weird
Oh,
house
wait till you
catfish.
see how much of a
Hannah
catfish.
does.
The house matches the Google Street View and satellite imagery down to the propane tank in the side yard and the stairs down to the river. Property records confirm it was built by a woman and her sister in 2020 for their mother, who has since passed in 2023. Oh, Lord. Okay, Hannah has since deleted this post when people called her out on it, but how did she get a picture of the house from across the river? Well, it turns out Hannah's parents, Bobby and Joe Lynn, own property there. Yellow box. Okay, so that's down there. As you can see, it's convenient walking distance to the river peninsula behind the house that she claimed they built. And wow, so she walked all the way up here to take pictures of this house, this compound. How weird. Yeah, you do have to have a lot of time to do that.
Yeah, like
okay, so how do you am I even going in order? Do I have to go
Yep,
back?
yep. Go,
Yeah,
go,
you're
go,
doing
go.
good.
Okay.
You're doing good.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you're
God,
right.
the pressure is really on. Okay, how do you know Jennifer is Hannah? At one point, one of the ladies in the group was sent a stroller. The Amazon receipt said from Jennifer, and the name on the Amazon account was Jennifer's mother, Jo Lynn, with an address in Arkansas. This address matches a whole set of addresses Jennifer and her parents have lived at across Arkansas and Louisiana. More evidence that points to the Bays family connection. And now that we have reasonable suspicion that Jennifer Bays is pretending to be Hannah, let's explore that a bit. My God, this guy did such a deep dive.
He did. He did a really good job.
did.
Props to Ryan C. Duff. The Louisiana house. A few years ago, Hannah had shared an address with some of the ladies in the group. Property records on the address showed an LLC listed as the owner. Louisiana business search records showed that the LLC to be owned by Jennifer's parents, Bobby and Jo Lynn Bays. She also shared a picture in her Discord, which happened to match the Zillow pictures for that address.
Oof.
Okay. The other Louisiana house, Jennifer's parents owned another nearby property approximately 25 to 30 minutes away. At one point, she provided pictures from that house, and as you'd expect, the pictures from inside the house match what's found on Zillow. At this point, we can reasonably be confident that someone within the Bays family is pretending to be Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
And hold on, is this Hannah person? Is she someone that you all were aware of and followed and knew about?
I never followed that bitch. I
didn't.
hated her guts. I could not stand her.
I had her muted.
I never heard
She
of her
talked shit about me
today.
once.
Oh shit. No, she didn't. That's not allowed on this show. Okay. Hannah's grandmother in September, Hannah's grandmother passed away. As it turns out, it is the exact same day Jennifer's grandmother passed. Oh, and Jennifer, how do you keep this kind of a life up? I'm so blown away. In Jennifer's grandmother's obituary, there's mention of a Haiti Education Foundation as a place to send donations. Hannah joked about this in Discord. The obituary also clarified some details on the family. It confirms that Bobby and Jo Lynn Bays are the parents of Jennifer. It also clarifies that of the 4 grandchildren that Jennifer is included in, there are only 3 great-grandchildren. This is like really in depth.
It's getting oh, it gets even better.
In lieu of flowers, okay, send donations to this Haiti thing. Here's Patriarchy Hannah in the Discord saying, "My aunt, can you please help me work on the obituary? I want to add something about the Haiti Education Fund that the church sponsors." Okay, so I guess this is her providing her own receipts. How much longer does this go on? Tony. So far, there's no evidence that Tony exists besides some lightly used X account that would occasionally interact with Hannah. Per Jennifer's grandmother's obituary, Jennifer is not married. As for the construction company Tony supposedly owns, building homes, it turns out that's actually what Jennifer's father does. Kids, per the obituary of Jennifer's grandmother 5 months ago, only 3 great-grandchildren were mentioned, but I thought Hannah had 14 kids. Does she have any at all? Tonytown. Hannah has shared pictures of Tonytown, where they live. As it turns out, this is just the next town north of Jennifer's parents' house in Arkansas. Yet another figment of this imaginary tale. Multiple people have spoken to Hannah on the phone, but never face-to-face. She often denied requests to video chat. At one point, those close to her asked for proof of who she was, and she provided a photo. Unfortunately, the photo she provided was pulled from someone else's Facebook profile.
Thief! I'm sorry.
Using Facebook anymore?
Here's the thing. Yeah. It's 2025. There's a thing called reverse image search.
Yes.
You cannot send other people's pictures and say that this is you in 2025. You couldn't even do it in 2020. They can easily take your daggone picture and find out who that picture really belongs to.
People
Reverse
don't know
image
this,
search
though.
is a thing.
And
Holy shit.
This is unbelievable. Okay, wow. And also, who's using Facebook anymore?
True.
I know, right?
Okay, at this point, we pretty much confirmed that 37-year-old Jennifer Bays is cosplaying as Hannah, and Hannah doesn't exist. Neither does her husband, Tony, at least not in that capacity. Nor does she have 14 kids. So has Hannah shared anything that is true, or is this just one big imaginary tale? One last point, I've crafted this thread as carefully as I could, exposing just enough detail to confirm what I found without compromising additional names, locations, or addresses. I've withheld images from certain parts because of the sensitive nature. I hope that Jennifer will come clean about her ruse and apologize to those she's hurt with her lies. Sometimes these things start off fun, but then spiral out of control. And I think that's where this is now. And deleted. She delete. Oh, this is why I can't find her account, because it's deleted. And back. All of this.
Now she's going to leave again.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to look at what she looks like, look in the private chat. Chrissy.
Wait, we can't share this with the world?
Yeah, you could. No.
I think
don't.
if you keep scrolling down, I think if it's what I'm thinking it is.
Okay, so if you scroll down, okay, did he put her mugshot? Okay, go ahead and scroll down.
Oh my god,
mugshot.
Yikes, that's a scary photo. You should have warned me on that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Holy shit.
You know I'm a sadist.
Is it on there? Or do I have to go to private chat?
So hold on. So she deleted her account. Then she came back a half hour later.
And then she
Defense
deleted
takes a
again.
stand. Let her double down. Let her prove who she is. These are people saying, "Oh, this is okay." Lisa from SimpCast saying, I have FaceTimed with her, so there's that. I'm not going to sit here and dignify your ridiculous rabbit hole with any more defenses of her. I said what I said. If anything, I think what you're doing is mean-spirited. You should reevaluate. Okay, so Hannah retweeted that. She also retweeted, haven't spoken to her husband, have seen pictures of him and her children. This is Emily K. May. Patriarchy Hannah and I have been friends on here for almost 3 years. I've read the thread. I've talked to Hannah. I do not believe she's a fraud. Okay. So here's a couple people testifying. Imagine her reposting an account with this name as a defense of her. I cannot even take this seriously. Retarded rapist says people jumping over each other to show how fake they are. Give people the opportunity and they will show you their true colors. Friends will say, hey, if the retarded rapist has her back, friends will see you at your lowest point and be like, how can I make dopamine off this? Okay. So Jennifer goes by Hannah online. Not a sin to choose to remain anonymous online for safety. Oh, this is not Brian. This is somebody else kind of explaining, hey, she has an anonymous account. What's so wrong with that? Ryan says she's lying about everything. Everything she claims is fabricated. This is so much more than using a pseudonym. And then Jennifer saying, who has been hurt by this? Brian says, numerous women she's duped into believing she's someone she isn't.
She also took a lot of money from the women in her group You know what I'm saying? And also, I love to brag about this. Isabella Riley Moody, who basically married the guy that she groomed at the age of 18, and he was 18 at the time, and while she was 24. She gave, Hannah pretended that she had a brand new baby, and Isabella sent her like $300 worth of baby items for a baby that didn't even exist. Also, there was there was a fundraiser and stuff like that given, and that the women in the Discord were raising for her. So she basically fleeced these women. It's amazing. She was pretending to be a trad wife. She's an ex-con, right, with a very, very long criminal record. She's morbidly obese. She's like 800 pounds, okay? And she looks nothing like the woman she pretends to be. And then, like, you can show her mugshot out. It's public information. So it's like, there you go.
This is a lot to unpack.
Oh,
Well,
I saw this story. I just didn't
She
read
also
it.
had a whole story about being trafficked. She lied about being trafficked. She came up with an entire story about like this horror story about being trafficked when she was a kid. She lied about it.
What is with women like this and Eliza or Liz? What is her name?
Eliza Blue.
What is with these
Chrissie.
women making up all these fictitious stories
They
on
want to be a
Twitter?
victim. They just
There's money in it. There's money in it.
So
they
much
raise
to
money.
look up. The amount of details that's involved to keep this going makes me anxious.
Oh, sorry, that was
I have
funny.
to remember all this. Like,
Yeah, I can't lie either. I can't keep track of them.
and she's got to remember that, and she's got to remember to eat her 6 meals a day. You know, it's a lot.
Here's the thing. She would show cooking meals with, okay, do you guys, I don't know if you guys have that up there. They have an all-you-can-eat pizza place called Cece's, right? And Cece's have these red cups. And whenever she would take pictures of her cooking, it was always these Cece cups. And she was always cooking stuff like Roman noodles, some kind of but you would see her, there you go. No, that's not it. I was gonna say, you would see her fat hand. She was supposed to be a thin person, and you could see her fat hand. And I'm like, girl, come
Not
on
paying
now.
attention.
Come on.
Yeah, this is her sourdough starter. Is that what this is?
That doesn't look good.
Patriarchy in it. Yeah, why not have an actual picture of yourself? Very
well. That's her reflection in the.
You can see
go
it
back
in
to the reflection.
Oh,
reflection. See?
Wait, where is it?
Yeah, right there. You see it?
Oh yeah, I do see it. I do see it.
I don't see it.
Right in the center.
Oh, you
Okay,
can
yeah.
right there. Or that is someone else. Who is that?
Wow, I mean, this is real detective.
That looks
work.
like a dude behind there. Oh,
You know, this is like true investigative journalism.
Is this a piece of saran wrap that this reflection is coming off?
It looks like it's on the ball jar.
Yeah,
That's a mason
jar.
jar. Zoom in on that thing.
Oh, good Lord. How do we zoom in?
See, this is the thing about when you become a
Pinch it.
piece of shit online. You
No, I
piss
can't
the
pinch
right
on
person, the wrong person off, and they get into your background
Yeah.
and they just expose your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Look, you
Hold
can see
on.
that. Just pinch and zoom. Well, unless you
I
have
can't
to
pinch
have
and
those.
zoom.
Yeah, she can't if it's embedded. She would have to she would have to download it and then
Upload it.
upload it.
Well, hold it
and
right there.
then
I'll take a
do that
screenshot and send it to you.
Oh, no.
Just give me 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Oh, you moved. That wasn't 5 seconds.
Remove. Hold on.
We're gonna do some sleuthing here.
It'll take you 5 seconds as soon as you put it up. Oh wait, now the screen's frozen.
It's like
Dang
a
it. Hold on.
fat Eliza Blue here.
Okay, give me now 5 seconds. Sorry, I
Got
was
my
stuck.
magnifying
Let's go to the super chats. Leg, so many beautiful ladies. Overwhelmed. Thank you, Leg.
Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. There we go.
Knitter Please says, Tree, you scare me a little bit, but I kind of like it.
I like that name, Knitter, please.
That should be in your bio.
I like that.
Dude, that is a dude behind there taking that picture. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
It is?
Yeah, you
Andrew
can
Herbert.
close it out now. I'm done. I already took it and sent it.
Oh, okay. I'll read that later. Let's see. Jeremy Parkhurst. Who cares about Hannah? Let's talk about how Cherry is magically hot. How you need special glasses for eclipses to look at her. She is so radiantly hot. Wow.
Well, thank you.
He's not wrong. DS, she said the moon in Halo. My bad. Guess not. Okay. DS is not making sense. Tree, where's the awesome fireplace background?
Oh, it's I don't know how to do it on StreamYard. That's the green screen behind me.
We was Magus. I've never heard it called a sourdough starter before. Oh yeah.
What would you call it?
It's like a bread starter. Dan Halen, Eliza Beluga. Oh boy. Okay. So how do we're still trying to zoom in on this?
No, I sent it to you in the private chat.
Oh,
on your DMs.
Okay. Sorry, I got a lot of windows open here. Okay, let me go.
I don't see it in the private chat.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I see.
did not push send. Well, you got to push send after you put it in there, okay? No, it said it's in there.
I have
it's
it.
the one
I
that
see it.
SimpCast. Yeah, it's in there.
Okay.
Let's put it up.
Unless you have a secret other private chat that not that private chat. The
Oh,
DM chat.
yeah, the StreamYard one.
Okay, I'm seeing it.
Oh, I see the man.
I see the man.
I mean, I can also see.
Yeah, you can see this
as well.
person. That's a.
Oh, look, I can even zoom even more now.
I can't really tell.
Watch, I'm zooming more. I just took another picture of it.
I'll have to put on my glasses. Wow.
I just took another
Okay.
picture of him. You have to zoom in.
How long have you guys known about this patriarchy Hannah person?
I found out about it today, but I thought it was an interesting story.
I ran into her. She likes to hang in spaces, and I ran into her doing I think what is the date? I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. She was pretty small back then, but she basically like got off on attacking anybody who attacked trad wives, right? And I was like, especially if we attack Rachel and Pearl, she was like a heavy defender of them. But I noticed that all these women who want to glamorize trad wives, they're not trad wives. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like there are good
100%.
trad wives. Let me just say this. I'm not against trad wives. I'm just saying that they're too busy taking care of the home and their kids to be online and saying, look at what I made, or
Right.
I'm over here doing this for my husband. They're not glorifying it. It's just a duty that they do, and they're very good at it. These
Right.
bitches are just basically grifting as one, and they're just terrible people.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you say to women who it's kind of like it's how they make their living, is they're like a mom influencer, they're like I follow a lot of these accounts. where the
Just be
women-
honest about who you are.
Right.
You think?
They're not like in the whole like magosphere. They're not like political influencers or anything like that, or anybody that I've interviewed. But I do follow a lot of accounts that like it's like, I don't know, cooking with Zion or whatever.
See, I
It's like-
think
and they
mothers
just-
should have a support group, and they should show easy ways to make
Right.
quick lunches for
Yeah.
your children. You know what I'm saying? Even get them involved. I'm for them, but I'm not for these bitches who are basically going to point fingers at single mothers and say, you ain't shit because you ain't got a man and you're not married and you're
Right.
going to hell. I don't like those type of women. And these were these type of women.
Mhm.
Every last one of these women point the finger at these women and start judging these women. And that's when I got involved. So it was Isabella Raleigh Moody. It was fucking Pearl. It was Rachel Wilson. And it's this bitch here. But I never
Wow.
thought that she got so big because I just stopped going in spaces where she was because I was
Right.
tired of being that angry black woman because she invoked that in me. Because when I would go in there, she would fuck with me and I wouldn't let her get away with it. And it's a screaming match. And I'm like, "No, I don't want to come in here for that." So I just
Wow.
stopped dealing with her. And next thing I know, I found out she had this big Discord with a whole bunch of women who were interested in being trad wives, and she was fleecing them financially.
Wow.
Ooh.
Tree, I have a question for you. What type of spaces do you go into?
I like to go into political spaces. I like to go into spaces of my friends. And it just depends. I know it sounds
Follow
like
me. I do tons of spaces, like all the time. Follow me.
But see,
No,
here's the thing. I used to have the time. I don't even have the time anymore because this happened if a lot of people invited me in the last, because I even told this to Frank, Chrissy, I said, I don't even have the time anymore because I just now started to get my political channel off the ground, and thank God for the deportation clips. I have been making some good ass money, showing people getting deported and crying and fighting and this, that, and the other with ICE. So it's like I'm trying to chase that money. So I haven't really been active on spaces.
Yeah, but you could stream your space into your show, right? You could do a political space and stream it into your show.
Well, it's not that type. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's not that. I couldn't stream my spaces. I couldn't.
But that's
I hear what you're saying. I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't see the point in judging single mothers. Like, I don't find that helpful. Like, shaming somebody, it's not going to make them not a single mother anymore. And like, what should be your hope for these women? That they meet a person, that they meet a man who has kids or doesn't, and you kind of form a blended family. That's what you should be encouraging these women to do, and just shaming them for being single, like, literally accomplishes nothing. And
I think it divides, and I think there are agents that are trying to divide people.
Yeah,
there's plenty of women who are single moms. It wasn't even their choice to be a
you can't control that. You cannot control that.
This might not be a popular take, but like for me, if I didn't just organically meet someone, I wouldn't be actively looking to date someone just because I had kids. Like, when you have young kids, it is your responsibility to get them to 18 years of age. So you shouldn't be going out dating and partying. I don't fault anyone for being single. If organically you meet someone who's a great guy and you can vet them out, then I'm all for it, because being a mom is hard, because single mom is really hard.
Yeah, and be sure to protect those children from predators who are singling you out because you are a single mother and they want to have access to your kids.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. I was just thinking, like, if I were single now, I would have no time at all to go and try and date, because it's like your time is just spent entirely with your kids, and then also like earning an income. So I don't know how people do it.
Right. The kids get neglected. The kids come second instead of first.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, we can have the conversation. Like, it's obviously better to have both parents in the home, but that's just not reality for a lot of people. And shaming them for it is like, what? I just don't get the point. I feel, honestly, that's like very cruel to do.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Well, it seems like people like Pearl actually do it on purpose.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But look at her though, Carmen.
She's inflammatory.
You know what I'm saying? When you look in the mirror, you have to look at that face and that body. Come on now. I mean, this heifer was on a Twitter space. Y'all seen that clip, right? She's on a Twitter space bragging about getting railed by her Afro Latino boyfriend now.
Oh my!
Really?
What?
Yeah, the clip is on my Twitter timeline.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for that mental image.
Jeremy David. Thanks, Jeremy David. More like
Tree, I have one more question for you.
Sorry, from Jeremy David. More like pastry starchy, Hannah. That's a kind of a miss, Jeremy, but good try. Thank you.
I love it. You're going to teach comedy school while we're here.
I can't lie. But God, I mean, to tie that all into a bow, this patriarchy Hannah thing. Wow, I just think there's so many better things you could be doing. I don't know if you have a flair for write a fiction book. I don't know.
You gotta be kind of smart to be able to con all those people.
Productive to have a secret identity.
I think what happens is it sneaks up on them, though. Like, there was a woman out of Australia. Did y'all ever see this? Where she started out just telling stories on Reddit and about having cancer as a younger woman, and they were just stories, and then it just blew up. And next thing you know, she is like this huge influencer, and she's making all this money, and she's driving around her Range Rover. And all of it was a lie. All the cancer, she was teaching people how to cure cancer. Like, she was a wreck. It was a crazy story.
Yeah, I heard one too where she was saying that she had cancer and like had a GoFundMe and everything, and it turned out I don't know if
And
it's
then
the
she
same person.
cured herself, and then she was
Yeah.
getting money for teaching people that, and then she was just always on a con. And like apparently, like even like it was always about her no matter what. That even when she would go to birthday parties with her children, and it was for somebody else's birthday, she would throw some fit like she was having like epilepsy, like she would have fake epilepsy seizures, and yeah, just so that she could be the center of attention. And they would go, "Oh, let's call an ambulance," and she's like, "No, no, no, it's fine, I'm fine." It was weird.
I just feel like
faking epilepsy for attention.
and
And like
mental illness. Like
I think
No,
if
it
you
for
don't get
sure
enough
is.
attention in the real world, you finally
Yeah.
get a taste of attention online, it can get a little addicting. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
to these people, I would say try stand-up comedy because then you're gonna get a ton of attention and you'll learn a skill, and then you'll get negative attention because it's hard, and then you'll be like, all right, enough of that.
Yeah.
And you'll snap out of it.
I
Mark-
think it's got to be the single hardest job ever,
Oh my gosh.
but
yes, it
probably also the most satisfying.
that and brain surgery. Mark of reality. So Pearl's grifting off the misery of others. Oh boy, am I surprised.
Bro.
Yeah, I think she attracts a very negative or wants to attract a negative base, people who are negative on women. And I just don't think that helps anybody.
That has no longevity, and that's the reason
No.
why. And you can check my timeline for this. She threw out a GoFundMe back on November the 16th, asking for $100,000 for her stupid ass documentary.
That's a
And
lot.
here it is, 3 months later for today, February the 16th. She only raised. You want to know how much money she raised so far?
10,000?
Chrissy?
15?
1,000.
1,000.
I like
Yeah,
the
I
way
$1.
that
$1.
No, she only raised $12,055.
It says a
That's
lot.
still more.
Man,
That's still more than
I
she
mean,
has.
that's-
More.
yeah.
Wow.
But what is her documentary even going to be about? Did she
About
say?
divorce men. Oh, my
Family
wife
court.
divorced me. Nobody gives a fuck about that. That's the reason why. Not like apostate oh, I forget his name. He did a GoFundMe, and he only wanted to raise $30,000 because he was defending the man that was got assassinated for burning the Quran. And he only
Wow.
wanted $30,000 to save his wife and his children because he had a lot of Muslims that was threatening to assassinate him. And he raised $100,000 in one day.
Right.
Oh,
Whoa.
He didn't even want to raise. He was just like $30,000, and then next thing you know, they was like, nope, it went so high and he couldn't stop it. And it's like, so that just
Wow.
goes to show you when you're a good person and you do good deeds
Yep.
and you're not a piece of shit, people will support you. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Pearl only got 12,000, which I'm with the rest of you ladies, that's way too much that I expected. You know what I'm saying? It still just shows you that she's a bad person and people don't support bad people long term.
Yeah, I feel like she's burnt
Is
a lot
it-
of bridges.
Yeah, apostate
Yeah.
prophet. Thank you. That's who that was.
you,
Apostate
Johnny.
prophet. A very good guy. He's very loved. And he only wanted 30 grand and they just he raised 100, maybe even more than that. So it's like being a bitch,
Wow.
being a bad person does not work out in the end. It may give you a quick limelight. It may give you a quick rise to fame, but in the end, it's
Right.
never a longevity thing. It doesn't last long.
It seems fake. Like it's a try hard. Like I would just read stuff and I'd be like, I feel like you're forcing this
Yes.
statement. Like I don't
Yeah.
feel like you really believe what you're saying right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
just
feel like
to get
that,
a reaction.
It's not I don't appreciate this like black pill mentality that I see, not even just with Pearl, but with a lot of people in that whole corner of the internet. Like what does that do for anybody? You know, like it's just not a good vibe in general. And I think
Misery
it's
loves
detrimental.
company.
Yeah.
Is she just figured out that if she could be contentious, cause a divide and cause arguments, that she could get a lot of followers one way or the other?
Yep.
Like she would put out posts. What I have her muted, but she put out posts intentionally to get people arguing in the comments because the more comments, the more money, the more whatever,
More
right? Even if you don't
True.
like her, you're
Yes,
still gonna follow
yes.
her. So that's just her business model.
And also, it's not like she's going to meetups. She's not meeting her followers at all, her fans or whatever. So, like, what does she care if she's a positive influence in anybody's life or not? It's you know, sometimes like you go to these meetups for like Friday Night Tights or like these gamer meetups or like MegaCon or whatever. You know, you actually get to meet the people who watch your stuff. It's really rewarding. And sometimes like they meet other people and then they start dating and it's like a whole community, a whole fellowship. I mean, I think that's a really positive thing to be a part of, and it gets people like kind of offline into the real world a little bit. And yeah, I mean, it's just a shame. And Pearl's not doing anything like that. So she's just, and I get it. Some people are like, oh, I need to make money. But like, it sucks.
She has multi-millionaire
She has
parents.
money. Yeah.
She doesn't have to worry about nothing.
You're right. Yeah. I forgot about
the
that.
sad thing, it's really hard because it's hard to take her serious for me, because if you haven't been married and you haven't had kids, it's really, how are you giving advice when you've never been through it? Like, and her parents aren't divorced. So for like you,
and she
you
despises
have
her
to see
mama,
it.
who's badass. Okay, I may not be a fan of Pearl's beta ass simp daddy, but I love her mama. Her mama's a boss bitch. Her mama makes shit happen. Her mama go around the world. Her mama's somebody I would wish was my mama. If she doesn't appreciate her mama, I would be like, damn, why can't she be my mama?
Jeanna, are you sick of Pearl? What are your feelings on her?
Oh, I've had her muted forever. I called her ugly one time, and that was enough for me. So
you're like, I've said my piece. I'm good.
I said my piece. Yeah.
I did one time take a picture of me and then her and sent it to her. It says, would you rather have Pearl or would you rather have me? It was kind of
I bet she loved that. She's like, look at all these people sending me pictures of themselves. Oh my God.
She loves that.
Look at all these whores sending me pictures.
Everyone's like, look, I still got it. I
fucked her up. I sent a picture of her sister, and I sent a picture of her, and I didn't tell people that was her sister. I said, which one would you choose? And they all said her sister. And I was like, hi, that's Pearl's sister.
Oh my God.
Here's an interesting video. Okay, ignore the fact that she seems to have something stuck in her teeth. This woman says she pities right wingers because they're so boring. Okay,
oh, bring boring back. I love boring.
I wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this and then I want to hear what you guys have to
make
say.
boring great again.
I think I pity right wingers because they're so fucking boring. You know, like imagine not really having any curiosity about deeper and more expansive concepts. Everything's just like handed to them and they go, oh, okay, like my grandpappy didn't like black people, so I guess I don't either. Like,
what?
It's so fucking boring. Like no real exploration of what it means to be a person or meeting other people outside of your sad, boring, hateful little bubble. I think it's kind of sad. It's a little pitiful. I'm so glad I don't have to be like that. You should be glad you don't have to be like that. As you move forward in your day, when these people are making you want to absolutely scream, and I get it because they make me want to absolutely scream, I want you to think to yourself, thank goodness I'm not that fucking boring. Because that would suck, right? It seems like it would suck. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.
I think this woman doesn't actually know any right-wing people.
Doesn't. I would never want to be with a bitch friend. I wouldn't never want to be a friend to this bitch at all.
She's like complaining about what she thinks the idea of a right-winger is. Like if she knew any, she would know there's a lot of diversity on the right wing, and
very much so.
She reminds me of the girl that that Ari Jacob or the girl Taylor, what's her name? The girl that
Taylor
was
Lorenz.
suing Taylor Lorenz. Yes. She reminds me of Taylor Lorenz. She's just very uptight. I feel like this one went to a prestigious liberal arts college. Yeah. She thinks she's hot shit. She thinks she's very, very pretentious. She thinks she's better than everybody. And
I just find it ironic because I feel like honestly, a lot of people on the right are totally the opposite of that. They're typically critical thinkers. They think past the surface level, unlike liberals. So I mean, this is just so ironic to me because it's like, no, you guys are the boring ones. You're the ones who can't go like past level 1.
Dude,
in your
they're the
thought
side that has a
projection.
safe space. How fucking boring is that?
She totally reminds me. I don't know if you guys, have any of you been driving in LA? Because when you drive in LA, it's impossible to turn left, and so you got to like take it when you can. And there was this girl in front of me on a left-hand turn, and she went through like 2 stoplights and didn't go. So when I knew that she wasn't going to go again, I went around her and turned left. And then, you know, I got caught at a light and she came around and she rolls down her window and she's like, I'm a good driver and you're a bad driver. And my daughter's like, oh my gosh. I couldn't have waited. I was crazy.
I got a ticket. Like, I've only been to LA twice, but the last time I was actually driving around with Keanu. She was in the car, and I guess I drove through a red light, and they took a picture of the front of the car. Like, just they used and they mailed the ticket to where I live in New York. They mail it to you, and they show this photo of you in the car almost as proof. Is like, this is you, bitch. Here's you running the red light. But they weirdly block out like they put a circle over the passenger's face, and I was like, why do they do this? And I was
They got
like,
so many cheers.
I was like, is it in case somebody's having an affair or something? Like they have to. But just what a strange thing to do. It's like, no, we'll get your ass for running.
Oh,
the light.
I beat those. I had 2 of those done to me, and I beat them every time. I go, that ain't me. That didn't happen. Where's the police? You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, I think I had to pay like $700 something.
Oh my
God! It was insane. It was
crazy.
I was like, let me fight it. I'll fight it. And then it was like the number I was calling. They gave me like it was like a real runaround. And then it was like a couple months later, and I was like, this is only gonna get worse. So I just like bit the bullet and paid it.
Dude, if you got the time to fight it, you'll always win because like you have to have a witness to actually a certified peace officer to actually testify that you violated the law.
Right.
Not no damn camera.
The cameras aren't really legal. They took them out in Texas.
Yeah, they took them out in Georgia because people kept fighting them when they found out. Because at first, a lot of people were submitting the payments and wouldn't fight it. But when one person fought it and realized, oh my God, I can win this shit, they did a YouTube video. Then everybody started fighting them, and the next thing you know, they just got rid of them because you can't do. Like I said, if you got the time. Fight them, but if not, I totally get it. Time is money.
It's actually kind of like an initiation into LA. Like a $350, parking ticket, or get towed or whatever. It's just part of the life there. It's crazy.
Yeah, having owing money gives me anxiety. So I was like, I have to pay this, and then just forget about it.
I hear you.
Yeah, it was actually like a big thing here in Minneapolis. They want to put in speeding cameras here, like just on the streets, and they already have the red light cameras like a lot of places, but it's been like a huge deal here because obviously, that is in some ways like an infringement on your rights, like to just have cameras watching you. And they say like the thing that was funny is they were talking about like emergency situations because obviously sometimes you have to speed over 10 miles an hour because I don't know, you're gonna give birth to a child or something like that. They're like, oh well, you can go to court and fight it. Like, I'm sorry, like no one's doing that, and the burden shouldn't be on the taxpayer to have to fight that when it's a totally legitimate thing. So I can't stand those cameras. It's very communist vibes to me.
It is communist.
Yeah, they have license plate readers in
everywhere.
Denver. The license plate readers are even creepier, I think.
Yeah.
From Mitchell Field's article, New York Post, liberal women are far more likely to feel lonely often, poll shows. I saw that article, Mitchell. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. I feel like something like that comes out every year. Jeremy David, right winger, are so boring. They haven't even transed one kid. That's true.
That was my exact thought. I was thinking the same thing. Is that what makes somebody deep?
Plague. Regarding your post, Chrissy, the two ladies I have known to wear a septum ring both displayed extreme subservience to their male partner. Very distasteful to me. Is this common? Oh right, because I tweeted the other day. I'm like, girls, it's possible for you to be like artsy, whimsical, etc., and not have a septum ring. And maybe they like to be led around it like a bull or a cow. I don't know. Thank you, Leg. Okay. Let's see. Let me get through this. Andrew Herbert, Nelson Peabody SNL 50 take. Is there anyone more impotent comedically than Jimmy Fallon? Seth Meyers, hold my spritzer. Colin Jost, hold my mocktail while I'm being pegged. Love you, Chrissy. Thank you, Andrew. Oh my God. Yeah. SNL. Every once in a while I'll see what's going on with them and then I'll be like, okay. Nothing
They've
much.
not been good.
I would say, yeah, they try too hard. You're like,
they try very hard. They're not really, it's like culturally relevant anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, God, this is so much. All right. Okay, let's play this Alex Stein. This is a funny clip.
I haven't seen it yet.
We'll play this Alex Stein video and then we'll get into the topic du jour. And that's going to be a lot to set up. So I'm going to need your guys' help. Don't deport big booty Latinas. Alex Stein ICE project. Oh boy.
Latinas can stay. Protect big booty Latinas. Well, I'm trying to protect them. I don't want them to get deported.
Fucking racist asshole.
How is that racist? I want big booty Latinas protected. Dude, I'm on your side.
Oh my God.
I'm not scared at all.
Alex is so brave.
They're fighting now.
I'm trying to protect you. Yes, I am. You're a big booty Latina.
Hey, you say that one more time.
You.
If he says that one,
well, I say big booty Latina. What are you gonna do?
It's always the short men.
Big booty
say that
Latina.
one more time.
Big booty. Big booty Latinas get to stay.
Just go to the back right now. And go to the back right now. I'll show you how much scared I am.
Oh, I'm real scared. I'm real scared.
He's
Protect
so
her.
brave. Wow.
All big booty Latina. If she's a 9, she's fine. Protect big booty Latinas.
He's calling me out, but he won't go to the back with me real quick.
I'm not gonna wrestle with 2 twinks and some fat Mexican. There's a taco truck right there, maybe. We want to protect big booty Latinas under all costs. Big booty Latinas. Big booty Latinas are welcome to stay, not big booty Latinos. His ass, he's got to go.
Oh my God.
Okay, you need to put that in the DM chat or the group chat. I need that to send to someone.
Dude, Alex is there was many points in this video where I was like, oh, if this was me, I would just like the hair on the back of my neck would stand up. Like, I don't know. I'm bad with like possible physical contact. But that's the thing. When you're 6 feet tall, you can get away with. He's the perfect person for this. He doesn't even flinch.
No,
I know this small man gets in his face, like this very tiny Che Guevara.
Look at his hat.
Get in his face, and but he does not. He just smiles and.
How many people does he travel with? Is it just him?
Well, he's got his cameraman.
I mean, him and the cameraman, like,
and probably a sound person.
It's maybe it's not a big operation,
right?
But he doesn't even
look at his
stance. I guess he knows. He's done enough of this to know, like, they probably don't really want to fight him.
No,
they just want to make it seem like,
especially on camera.
Well, yeah, because they're right in front of the ICE building. That would be stupid for them.
Right.
That looked like some guy from Cuba, not from Mexico.
It does.
Oh, Sir Loiter Lots thinks this is a setup. He doesn't think it's real. Oh, I think this is pretty real.
I think it's real.
For views.
They look pretty pissed.
Yeah. And he's just, clearly these men have not seen Alex's many viral moments. They have not seen, him and AOC kind of. So they don't appreciate his humor here. And big booty Latinas.
So cute. Look how cute he looks.
Yeah, and his little hat. He's great. And good for him. Good for him. Good for you, Alex. We're just highlighting you here. Nothing crazy. Okay, wow. So let's set up this Ashley St. Clair thing.
Oh
It's
my
funny
goodness.
because I don't know who I heard it from, but I did hear a rumor that she was pregnant with Elon Musk's baby many months ago, and I guess I
Wow.
just sort of forgot it and went about my life because I was like, that's kind of a ridiculous thing, and there's no proof and whatever. And then so it came out on Valentine's Day. Ashley posts this, and I know Ashley. I've had lunch with her a few times in New York City. I hung out with her at her apartment once
In
or
the last
twice.
9 months?
Not recently. This was like a couple years ago. And then she kind of like stopped answering my texts. I don't know. Maybe she didn't like my fried chicken tweets or something. But
This is what I said. I was interacting with her all last year. I saw pictures of her. She didn't look pregnant. That's why when people was telling me, I was like, when? Show me a baby bump. Show me. Because every
Maybe it was
time.
a surrogate. You
That's
know,
what
all of
everybody's
his
saying.
babies
That's
have
what
been
people are saying is a surrogate.
or IVF or surrogates or both, except
you
for
saw
one,
the
the one that he
picture.
carries around everywhere.
right. So anyway, Ashley posts this on Valentine's Day 2 days ago, and and she says in Latin here, alea lacta est, which I thought was something about breast milk. It's not. It's Latin for the die has been cast. She says, 5 months ago, I welcomed a new baby into the world. Elon Musk is the father. I have not previously disclosed this to protect our child's privacy and safety, but in recent days, it has become clear that the tabloid media intends to do so. Regardless of the harm it will cause, I intend to allow our child to grow in a normal and safe environment. For that reason, I ask that the media honor our child's privacy and refrain from invasive reporting. And then it's a publicist or a digital strategy person. And then the last 2 days, Twitter has been ablaze with memes and jokes and everybody saying making their announcements about their own pregnancies. The jokes have been flying nonstop, and I'm not here to judge. I don't want to judge her because she was also like she had become a single mom before this too. She was with a guy. I don't know if they were ever engaged, but she had a baby with a guy a couple of years ago. But so she was already a single mom, but I know that they had a good, co-parenting relationship. They would do the whole thing switching off with the kid. And I wonder if, here's the conversation. People are like, oh, is she a plant or something? Oh, a lot of people going, oh, she's an e-thought. She's a conservative. She's not who she says she is. And I don't know who she was saying. She's just, I think, being herself. But the conversation is basically like, well, did she have to come out and say this? Did she have to make it a point to say this? Or is she just kind of making it a bigger deal than it needs to be for her, for her own kind of desire for more celebrity, more attention? And then I think she did an article with the New York Post. She did an interview with them. Whereas if she hadn't said anything, and so what, the tabloid media exposes it, well, then they look bad. And I guess that's what I would have done. Maybe if I were her, maybe I would have said nothing. And then if they expose it, well, then they look like the bad guys.
Right.
And,
But why
anyway,
on Valentine's Day? Why on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I think it's attorneys.
Siobhan.
And she even said we at one point, like, we've been trying to get a hold of you. I bet that when he didn't respond, it was a threat that we're going to escalate. It is weird, though, that he hasn't confirmed or denied.
Who, Elon?
Yeah.
So here's my take on this. If she did get a surrogate, then that's fine. And Ashley, if you're listening to me, this is my advice to you: get your heart out of it. If y'all really did have this baby, get your heart out of it, because this is what I believe happened. On Valentine's Day, there was a picture blown up about Elon sitting with his other baby mama and the other children. Okay, the quiet baby mama, the first baby mama. Yeah, there you go. So
the Neuralink director.
Yeah, he's pictured with that, and that I think that triggered her, and that and maybe she's in love with him, which is a terrible thing to do. If you are going to deal with a billionaire, understand they don't love you. They love their money. They love their success, and they may love their children. But, you know, you are just a means to an end, and they're going to always have a favorite woman that they have children by, and it looks like she is it because she's quiet, she's docile, she's submissive, she does what she basically hang in the background. She's the perfect wife for somebody like who have the personality like Elon. So I think the fact that he did not sign the birth certificate, he has not basically been in contact with her, it triggered her to see him with his favorite baby mama, because it ain't Grimes, and then the other children, and she feels neglected and therefore lashed out.
I agree with your take on that 100%.
These kids, because I just saw it was what the hell's her name? It was Siobhan posted this of the two kids, and then Elon just put like a heart emoji under it, and then here's his mother May.
There's another picture of all of them sitting. Elon sits away from him, and those two are sitting on another chair next to him. And I don't know if he posted it or she posted it, but we all saw that picture,
right?
And we was like, whoa! And then
they're so cute. Oh,
they are. They're adorable.
They are. I put a bunch of pictures of posts in your DM in the group DM in case you wanted to know. Like I just pulled it.
I just went down a whole rabbit trail with it too because it's all so strange, you know. It's surreal, almost like otherworldly. The way they're all IVF except for X, and then X has this really crazy name, and there's a lot of meaning behind all of it, and then there's just all of this stuff that like. It seems like he's pushing that whole prenatal or not, what's it called? In vitro? Pronatalism. Yes, thank you. And it's just like, I don't know. It's so transhumanism to me. It's the weird names. And then I went down a rabbit hole though, y'all. Did you know that there is actual wombs that they've already like birthed 300 lambs from?
Yep.
What, women have birthed? You mean like animal human hybrids?
No,
like robot.
No, they're
wombs.
practicing with these wombs, and there's different kinds. There's like the water kind and the bag kind, and then there's the incubator kind. And I was just like, dang.
I saw that too, and I'm not even worried because you understand, and Carmen, you get this. Nothing can replace the womb of a human, okay, X chromosome female.
Completely.
Because we have the emotions, we have the nutrients, the baby's feeling our heartbeat. Like, imagine how that child, if they do it, and they're going to do one, they're going to create they're going to create a womb that's going to be similar to ours, but it won't be the same. You know what I'm saying?
So you're going to have a bunch of emotionless children.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. That's one of the goals.
Right.
Whoever said that, you're right.
It's neglect.
So this is Milo. Milo found this tweet. Ashley Sinclair plotted for half a decade to ensnare Elon. Here's a screenshot of her from what is this, 2020? I need to get Elon Musk's attention for marriage proposal, please. And then this Greg Price says he's got a kid with a woman already. Seems unlikely to work out. Ashley says, well, he actually has 7 kids and goes through women pretty fast. And then Elon just says, whoa.
Yeah.
He couldn't resist.
And she responded to that. Okay, there you go.
It's interesting that Elon is responding to this clearly in jest screenshot that was discussed with his team months ago in a documented call. Now he decides to respond to it publicly from an account that posted underage photos of me as if he wasn't asking me to have more children last week. I would like to take this offline for our child's sake and have been attempting to do so for weeks. So if that's the case, then why would you do a big announcement?
She's scorned. It was Valentine's Day. She spent Valentine's Day with someone else.
Right.
Her feelings hurt. She thought she could trap him, and she couldn't. And he was with someone else on Valentine's Day and not her.
Yeah,
right?
he was with the other baby mama. And this is what I don't understand.
There's just no way she's that stupid. I just don't believe that.
I don't
Because
know.
I really
wouldn't say
believe I'm the
stupid.
one person that's gonna
No,
hold Elon
women,
down.
I would say it's not even being stupid. I think that when women fall in love and they think that their coochie, their personality, their food, and everything is gonna make him pick her over the other women. And I think that when you get somebody like, you gotta think smart, ladies. You gotta think smart. If you're dealing with a man like this, you cannot put your heart in it. God damn, you just can't.
No.
Her
And plus,
ego.
I mean, she couldn't have been around him very much. I mean, how do you fall in love with somebody you're not around?
She was around him. She was around him enough for the courting part of it, right? And she did, but you can't change men. And if you're younger and you don't know the guy world, men just can have sex with whoever. And it doesn't really mean as much. And women
Especially
form emotional attachment.
And did he have sex with her? Is my
yes.
question. He did IVF with everyone else except for the child X.
But we don't know that he did with Ashley or not, though.
Right. That's the
whole
thing.
And Amber Heard, because Amber Heard's baby is supposedly Elon's, right? But he hasn't acknowledged that baby either, right? So there's two people.
Right.
Which
So
tells
maybe
me
those
they
were the
weren't
ones he's
planned.
like, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Well, they were planned. The other ones were planned. They had everything financially set
Right.
up. They had everything. And so these two, he hasn't acknowledged because there wasn't an arranged plan. They try to trap him into something that, and you can't trap a man because this is how they react.
No.
They're not going to
Amen.
acknowledge you.
You cannot. You cannot.
I think she's upset about money because if he's not acknowledging her and their kid, like she's kind of like, well, what did I just do all this for then? Because
No. I don't think it's money.
Yeah.
I
It's not money.
Because it's not money. This is strictly emotions. And we are all women. We know how we feel when we get scorned, when we upset. We're reacting out of emotions without thinking strategically. Because if it was about money, she would get her lawyer and they would shut the fuck up online. But now she
Right.
caused him a lot of
To a
embarrassment.
test or something.
You know what I'm saying? She put him on blast. That's emotional thinking right there. That's not, because if it was about money, her emotions wouldn't even be involved right now.
The sad thing is she killed her political career. If she wanted anything to do with right-wing politics at all, no one's ever going to take her seriously, ever.
Why not?
Because of her emotion. This is like an emotional outburst. For me, I don't care. Like, I don't care what people do, but I wouldn't trust someone to not get emotional and then leak things.
I have to agree with
to the
her,
press.
Chrissy, because she was given a second chance. And Ashley's my girl. I want you to understand, she's my girl. Ashley was given a second chance, and nobody looked at her. I never judged her for a pass or anything, but
No,
we all was like, yo, girl, we good. We all got a pass, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And now she doesn't, I think, like, when you get Elon as a baby daddy, you don't kind of need any money. But if she does, but she's right. If she tries to get into politics, you know what I'm saying, everybody who has now defended having babies by Elon and then calling yourself conservatives is kind of hypocritical.
Yeah, I don't really care about from that angle, because for me, conservative doesn't mean you have to be like this perfect mom, married and all that. To me, is just conserving the Constitution as it was written. And it's good to have a family and have family values, because I think that's good. But I don't care like what your personal life is if you're a good person, right? It's her lashing out emotionally that I think did it.
A lot of people.
But those of us who are on the right, we are looked at for our actions. And I don't call myself a conservative. I call myself a right winger, right?
Me too.
So I do what the fuck I want, right? Because I'm not trying to conserve anything. When you call yourself a conservative, you're trying to what? Conserve traditional values. You're trying to conserve the Constitution. You're trying to conserve Christianity, or stuff like that on that line, right? Protestant stuff like that. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm living my own life. But she is labeled as a conservative.
Yes.
So these actions don't in line with conservatism.
Right.
And
Right.
I agree.
I'm an American.
But neither does anything Elon does.
True. But Elon doesn't call himself a conservative, though.
True.
Correct. And he's never lied about who he is, or that he wants to have a gazillion babies from a million different mothers.
Oh, it's so gross. He's just like Epstein. Ooh.
Is it gross? I don't know. I think a lot of guys would do this if they could. But I think
it's
it's
about how awful
It's unhealthy.
the children. They have no father.
It's unhealthy for the kids. It doesn't matter what.
It is unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. It's a very selfish thing to do.
It's very
because
selfish.
those children need a
need their
father.
dads.
Like if the only one, and also let's look at a bigger picture here that I keep saying. You're gonna see all these other kids look at him bring X to the all of these functions, bring him to the White House, keep taking pictures with him, bring him over to the bringing him to the Twitter headquarters, and they're like, "What? Why does Dad like him better than me?" So now you're causing jealousy. You feeling like you're not the best person. Your dad doesn't love you. That's going to create animosity, some self-esteem, and daddy issues.
Oh, I think just the IVF kid opposed to the natural kids too. I mean, I guarantee you those kids.
But you could tell. You could tell that Elon's a narcissist because what child did he pick? The child that looks closest to him, right? Because he sees himself in his child. And so that's like a typical narcissist is going to.
He's not just a narcissist. He's a megalomaniac, grandiose, malignant, crazy, like the highest of the high.
See, and I don't see him like that. I see him as a narcissist, but I don't see him as a whatever that word was. I don't see him like that. Because he would be more flamboyant with all of his riches.
He's in everything.
But I just
presidential race, I'm going to go get involved in it.
But his house is small. Like he's not out there like buying these big, huge buildings. He's not out there like
he has an ego beyond compare.
Yeah.
Like
it's the level to which you go. I mean, he's not like the worst because the worst end up in jail or killing somebody. But he's bad.
I would think he has more narcissistic traits versus the others, just personally, but.
Yeah, but I don't like the way he went about it. I wish he could have like banged all these women like Chris Brown style, like the whole like petri dish. I'm picking the best, traits. That seems a little bit like you're playing God. I'd rather he just.
Well, he think he is. He think he is. Yeah. Right? Because he more likely is gonna be the first trillionaire ever.
Yeah.
And this man is very powerful. He's gotten a chance. He's next. He's like next to Donald Trump to the point where the Democrats are like trying to impeach him, and he's not even elected official. You see what I'm saying? So it's like this man is very powerful,
and he's doing all that like next generation sequencing for the kids, and like the girl that was with him in the video or the photograph that Tree was talking about. She was an Ivy League graduate. She's running the special projects at Neuralink. Like he's putting everything into intelligence and science, and he has no heart.
I mean, also, like, I don't know. I'm a Christian. So, I mean, literally, he walks out into a red carpet wearing a Baphomet suit.
Oh, right.
For me,
when did this
that's
happen?
everything I need to know.
I hated that. That was
and he had New World Order on his Met Gala jacket.
Did he?
Yeah, it was white on white tuxedo.
But was he trolling people though?
White writing.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. I'm sorry. That says everything I need to know about a person. And then you add the Neuralink and the AI and even the possibility of X kind of being like a social credit score system. All of that together, like, and following Trump around like a lost little puppy. Like, it's a bad vibe to me. I don't like it. And I think he's very difficult to read. Like because there's times where I'm like, I like what he's doing. I like this direction. But then there's times where it's like,
I
don't trust him.
He's real easy for me to read.
I think that, but is he trolling though? Because there is a lot of people who say, "Hey, I know who you are," and they will say by wearing something, he can say, "I know who you guys are." I mean, he was with Amber Heard, who was in the devil.
This was a Halloween. Yeah, this was a Halloween costume, but still, like, it's a bit intense to wear this.
I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know.
I thought that was just thought that was a superhero costume.
Baphomet.
But what year was
There's
that?
a picture of him somewhere, doing the sign.
That was right after he broke up with Grimes, because he went to that party with his mother.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I wonder if they're trolling, like saying, "I know who you are."
It's not funny.
I know these people. I don't mean it like that.
I just feel like when you're that powerful, like,
see,
he's like
that don't even look
powerful.
He's
not a true powerful. He's completely lifted up by the
government. I don't even see the symbol. Can you guys show me? Because I don't see what
it's on the goat head on the chest. You see the rams. He's got the ram's horns on the chest.
Baphomet, and then the upside down.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then when he
that
turns
what that
around,
is?
you'll see
Yes.
the crosses are upside down.
Yeah, on the back.
Yeah. I mean, is there an argument that he could be the Antichrist? Is that crazy?
No, he couldn't
Well,
be
my
the
husband
Antichrist. He
actually
could
said
be
he
the
thinks-
he could be the one ushering in the Antichrist, though, because the Antichrist has to be somebody that people.
Oh, I didn't know that was back there. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
My
There's
husband was
a
saying
lot
First time
more.
seeing this.
Ashley St. Clair might have like birthed the Antichrist.
Oh.
I have a question.
How would he be ushering in the Antichrist? What, with Neuralink? Or
Yes.
the mark, would that be?
Yeah,
that would be
because
the mark of the beast?
I believe Babylon is the beast system. This is just my own opinion, because they have to have something to give a way for everyone to bow to the one thing, which would be, the mark of the beast.
I think the mark of the beast is the COVID vaccine, and I think digital currency, right? Getting chipped and having digital currency is going to be the mark of the beast, because they're going to want to put a chip in your arm. There actually is a city in Minnesota already that already has a cashless society where they have chips where they can just scan after they leave the grocery stores, and that's all they have to do for checkout. I mean, they're already experimenting with this stuff.
That's horrible.
So
Hell
I
no.
think that's what they want for 15-minute cities. They want us like, oh, it's going to be so wonderful. We're going to put this chip in your arm.
15-minute cities.
Well, and like, Starlink is literally
an implementation
primed to
for...
know where every inch of this earth is. I mean, it's going to go around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's people dissecting everything he's wearing.
So that's the Omega sign with the all-seeing eye inside. So what is this symbol? Go back again.
It's just
So
that
I know that's Omega.
Illuminati. Illuminati.
Oh, that's an Illuminati symbol?
Yeah, and it's on the dollar bill. It's on lots. It's on
eye.
laws and stuff.
The Omega symbol is the Omega.
The Alpha
eye.
Omega. It's a mocking. It's mocking that God is the Alpha and the Omega, and then it's putting the all-seeing eye in the what is that? Alpha,
Oh, so
Omega?
he's the end. He's the end game. That's why. So because Omega is the last Greek alphabet.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Because it says
Yeah.
Alpha and Omega. Omega is the last Greek word alphabet.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
And I mean, his mom has got some of the craziest photos too, that all have the like six and the one eye and the and all the crazy stuff that they all do.
He was dating Amber Heard, who did rituals.
Right?
Yeah, that's creepy.
Well, and to me, like, you can tell so much by a man by who he dates, and that to me is everything. Like, you already know what he's about if you look at Amber Heard.
No kidding.
I would hate to think that he.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
did
yeah,
he
this
know
is
that
some
she was
rabbit hole
crazy
stuff.
though?
But he likes crazy women. They probably are the.
Don't we
yeah.
all?
Well, I mean,
my gosh, did you guys see that one video today about the? Oh my god, I gotta find it. Hold on.
I think men love hoes and crazy women. They just do.
They do.
Yeah, they
do
do.
be like that.
Well,
and that's why I defend
can
hoes.
fix
I'm
it
like,
thing.
yo, you good, you good. I'm not going.
Oh, I'm a psychosexual here. I gotta get this to you guys. I'm gonna put it in.
Okay, let me get a couple of these.
private
Chris
chat.
Thompson, strange, not one leaf blower in sight. I don't get that, but thank you. Cyberhunk returns. Yeah, I'll take the neuroscientist over the e-thought. Jeremy Parkhurst. Ashley St. Clair is gorgeous. On Halloween, cadavers rise from the cemeteries all over New York to have babies with her. Alon beat them to it. She is beautiful. She's an author.
Very beautiful. Yes,
she's smart. She's articulate. I think she's a catch.
There, I just sent it. I hope that's it. It's really funny. It's called The Psychosexual, and it's exactly what y'all were just saying about men liking crazy women.
Who doesn't though? They're fun.
All I know is how
bed.
she went after what's her bucket, Little Miss Jacobs, like hardcore, just because she had different opinion on Crowder.
Yeah, that I forgot all about that. That's ridiculous. That's unacceptable. I should have had Ari on here. Oh my god, Ari, if you're listening, I'll send you a link.
I'm a psychosexual. I'm only attracted to crazy. It's absolutely bricked up. It's not easy, but I weed out all the rational girls on the first date. What would you do if I slightly deviated from an existing plan?
I would say, hey, sometimes you gotta go with the flow.
Disgusting. That's why I'm being a psycho lover, because women naturally conceal their insanity and then soft launch it after a few months once the relationship's more established. Little do they know that insanity is actually what I want. What would you do if I came home, say, 20 minutes late?
I would call you 12 times.
What else would you do?
I would go through your phone once you got home.
Don't stop.
I would get blackout drunk and get behind the wheel of my white Jeep Wrangler and really make sure I wouldn't crash and die.
Us psychosexuals have a saying. If she's fucked in the head, she can fuck in the bed. Psychosexuals, we're here. And in this day and age, we're thriving.
Oh wow.
No, that's a real thing. I've had clients, like male clients, who are like, they like that because they need a challenge. It's too boring if it's.
Who likes to be called that often though? I don't
even know why that would be a challenge. That doesn't seem like a challenge to me. I guess it's a hero syndrome. Like they want to fix
women. They're so used to women bending the knee to them, saying yes to them, this, that, and the other. They like to be treated badly. That's the reason why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I thought I could leave domination. I just can't. I just love just beating their asses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they like that. They like that stuff.
That is so funny. Oh my gosh.
Let me see if I brought up all the windows I need to bring up about the this baby daddy situation. Oh, this was an interesting.
Oh, you show all the Milo comments too. I love the one where he said, "Call her by her dead name, sex at laptop or something."
I didn't understand that.
That was her. That was her.
Hers are e-cam
webcam name in the.
She did camming.
Yes.
Chrissy, you don't know about her.
I didn't know.
The cam laptop girl. Cam what laptop girl was what it was.
Okay, when you said her past, I thought you meant like, oh, she had a baby out of wedlock.
No,
and I was like,
no,
big deal.
No.
Okay, well
heart.
then.
I didn't know you didn't know that.
I did not.
I shouldn't have never tainted your memory.
I tainted. This is from Matt Gates. People attacking Ashley and/or Elon over having a baby are probably sad and lonely themselves. Leave them alone. Mind your own pathetic business. And it would probably be good to delete your posts on the matter because their son has like the best genetics on the planet and will probably run the world one day.
I mean,
maybe, yeah. They probably do have good genetics. So that was a hint to it being a boy, I guess. So maybe they had a little boy. Oh well, let's. This was an interesting thread about Elon's baby moms. Here we go. Okay. Elon Musk
was an interesting thread.
Now have enough baby mamas that they're starting to conform to Chinese imperial drama stereotypes. Grimes is the beloved but defiant concubine. She is the emperor's actual favorite, but because she refuses to conform, she suffered exile, ridicule, and repeated betrayals. Grimes' historical analog is the pearl consort, clearly adorned by Emperor Guangxu, but eventually thrown down a well and drowned for disrespecting the Empress Dowager. Okay,
That's
and
so
then
clever.
Siobhan Zillis is the perfectly behaved court favorite. She is dutiful, competent, strategic, and approved by the Dowager Empress. This is the concubine that plays her cards just right, but she will never be the favorite of the emperor's heart. Her historical analog is consort Hui, the brainy, competent woman who secures stability, but never had the emperor Qianlong's full passion. She won the long game, though. Her son eventually became Emperor Jiaqing. And then the latest addition to the harem is Ashley St. Clair. She is the scheming upstart concubine, another favorite trope. Usually the villainess of the drama. She is overly ambitious new favorite who thinks she can skip the subtle maneuvering and go straight for the kill. The Valentine's Day public baby reveal is typical scheming upstart concubine behavior. She overstepped and the emperor is likely displeased.
So look at the belly in that one. That's where I think she's pregnant.
I mean, she looks great there.
She looks great, but it comes. Look at. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
Her historical analog is consort Gao, power hungry, and unsubtly scheming. Consort Gao gets too bold, too fast. A recipe for downfall in the Forbidden City. Will there be more baby mamas? Probably. But even without, there's a whole multi-season series right here. Oh yeah, maybe pregnant. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe early pregnant.
Well, no, because that's a corset, and a corset.
No, look at how it goes forward. Like, because when I was pregnant,
yeah, she got a pooch there, but because
so when I was pregnant with my daughter, okay, nobody knew I was pregnant, and I was getting married, and I didn't want to tell them until after I was 5 months pregnant. I did wear something that sucked me in just for my wedding, and no one knew that I was 5 months pregnant.
Yeah, but if you also bloated or you got fibroids or something like that, if you also just, that can.
I was sick afterwards.
That bottom pooch can also stick out, especially if you have a corset.
And she was the angle of it. Elon was also married and divorced twice to Tallulah Riley here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. She's gorgeous.
Beautiful. And did you know all of the women besides Ashley were Canadian? I didn't know.
I wonder if they're MK Ultra from that town where they do all the MK Ultra experiments. I'm curious where they're from.
It's a great question. I don't know.
Maybe because Canadians are docile, they're not going to be aggressive. I don't know.
There is an MK Ultra.
Yeah, they
town.
could be too nice. That's the thing about Canadians. They're just so nice.
They are nice. I agree.
Is Amber Heard Canadian?
Yeah, I think so, isn't she?
I didn't know that.
Is she?
Hold on, let me double check.
This continues. I forgot. It has they wrote something about Tallulah. Okay. The rare independent concubine of mystery, Riley tangos with Musk.
No, she's not. So I was wrong.
Defined by him. He was smitten enough to marry her twice, but she has moved on. He's just another schmuck. My historical analog for her would be the fragrant concubine who entered the imperial palace at the relatively mature age of 27. She remains an enigma and is the only imperial concubine ever to be buried with Islamic rites. Okay, so that's Tallulah Riley.
Oh, but Elon didn't marry her. The ones he married were Canadian.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Interesting.
I just also believe that,
I just wouldn't want to be Ashley.
If women, I'm just gonna say I have no problem with a woman. She sees somebody like Elon and she knows she's gonna be set for life. If you're gonna play that game, you just cannot have your feelings involved. You gotta play it.
Right.
You gotta play it the way it's supposed to be played. And you keep your feelings out of it. And you also just don't bring attention. Let me tell you one thing men hate, which we use as a weapon. And it's a very good weapon. When you put their asses on blast, when you make a scene, when you draw attention to them, men hate that shit, right? And so my thing is that you should never use that card unless all other options have been, have been extended.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because I think it's probably foolish to have a baby with a guy who's already had multiple babies with multiple baby moms. To think that you're going to be the one that's going to lock it down is foolish. So you have to know going into it. Yeah, I'm having a Musk baby for a lifetime of financial support, and you need to keep it at that. Be like, this is my meal ticket. This is not going to be like a romance.
Yeah, because understand this is bigger than what we think, okay? Ashley's life is no longer going to be the same because she has a baby by a multi-billionaire. She has to be careful that the child is not kidnapped, the child is not poisoned, okay? She has to make sure that nobody's trying to, well, true, that too.
Yeah. Happened to one of them.
Can't transit. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Money is never going to be an issue for her because that's still his offspring. And he is so obsessed with making more offspring of himself because he think he's that superior. Right. And so with that being said, she doesn't have to want for nothing. She could just leave the internet if she wants to, but then, it's going to be boring for her. Saying you don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about nothing. You get to live in a very nice luxury place and
You
have
could eat
security.
a salad every day, like an expensive salad.
Right. But then, like, now what? So it's like, but she wants love. Okay, she wants love, and I'm like, if you want love, don't fuck a billionaire and have his baby.
No.
Mm.
Plus, in my opinion, when you open that, I'll call it an altar, you will pay the price for your decision not to be a part of the way it was designed to be with a man and a woman, and you're kind of selling your soul the way some, like, entertainers or rappers or whoever do, because you're set up for life. And yes, you can play that game, but it's a much more intense game than people realize.
Yeah, I agree.
How so? How does it get intense?
Well, because all right, intelligent design is a fact. Okay, you can pretend like it isn't, but as you go away from the way that we were designed to be, you pay a price, and you may not realize the price for years, and it'll come out in a million different ways, and so as you, it's just I don't even know how else to describe it other than there's a design, and if you go outside of it, it starts creating a kink in the.
I think her world is just like, ladies, picture this. You don't have to work ever unless you want to, okay? Money comes to you. I mean, you get anything you want. So what you going to do? You're going to do all the shopping. You're going to buy the Birkin bags, all this other bullshit. And then what? After a while, you're like, it's just shit. It's just stuff I just purchased. Okay, now what? Now you don't know if people are your friends because you got money. You can't trust other people. Your life has totally changed, and you thought it was better at the top, but it's lonely.
Yep.
And you're paranoid. And it's also to the point where you'll get a very, 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 very small circle. If you're not the type of person who enjoys solitude, that is your personal hell.
Yes. And also, people don't realize that when you have a man like that, your territory.
Yes.
And so your property, your whatever you want to call it. And so even if she thinks she can go out and have another man in her life, it will never be a comfortable.
She can't.
Yeah.
He's not going to allow that. He will never allow another man into their lives to get around
because he wants to protect the kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a trap for sure. It's very sad.
So here she's still young. She's still beautiful. She's still, got the hormones coming in. What if she wants affection? What if she want to get broken off some, right? She can't. And what are you going to do? Send one of them robots over there to fuck her? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. So it's like, in a way, it's a double-edged sword.
I saw, and I it's hard to know because people can like fake tweets, but I think she posted something like she had to hide the pregnancy. She couldn't leave her apartment. Oh, yes, Jaleesa's back. Okay. She had to stay in her apartment. She had to hide the fact that she was pregnant. She can't do these, she can't do like a Turning Point USA. She can't turn up at any of these events.
Yeah.
Right. And so it is. Yeah. I didn't think of that until now, Carmen. It is like an isolating life. And so she's going to be this, kids are very rewarding, but who, she's an author. She was kind of, she liked to be out and about at these events. Right. So I don't know if she knows.
She chose it though. That's the consequences.
Whether
she
that's what intelligent
or
design does.
accidental.
You get consequences no matter what you're doing.
That's how I raise my kids. There's consequences to sex. A child is the consequence to sex. So if you are not old enough to have a job to take care of a child, don't be having sex because you just can't be a good parent. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's just
and then so what? She has to be this kid's mom, right? He turns 18, then what? And also she's got her other son. I
didn't know she had another kid.
What is that dynamic? Yeah,
Oh,
she has an older son.
Well, I mean,
Jeanna, I think you're on mute. Gina's on mute, I think.
Oh no, Jeanna, you're on mute. Oh no.
She was working earlier.
I know.
Okay, she's
Oh, darn
figuring it
it.
out.
See here,
It says weed-addled loon. I didn't notice that until just now.
Funny.
But I think this is where the negotiation has to come in to play, because you have to see how he wanted the two boys, which are now brothers, to interact with each other. Also, do you want the father of your first son to also take along his son when they want to do group activities? So it's kind of this is a little complicated because this is the first baby mama who has another child prior to this one. If she really had the baby, like I said, I've seen pictures and videos, and if she had a surrogacy, then fine. But I still need to see. Everybody is talking about, yeah, she told me she was pregnant. Yeah, I saw her and she had a baby bump. I'm like, she had a baby bump, but you didn't take no pictures. Like, come on now. Them pictures will go for tens of thousands of dollars for any rag or TMZ right now. You mean that's you're sitting on money, but you didn't think about taking any pictures during this time.
But she insinuated in that post that she made that they were just last week talking about having another baby, right? She insinuated that in that post that she made.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Do you believe him? I don't believe him.
I kind of do believe it, because she sounds like she's at a point where she is like, oh, I'm airing the private discussions. I'm airing the private business between us out to the world.
It was a conscious choice.
Also,
must mean.
the most important thing she aired out was that she had some major connections, that she got Milo banned for a week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was the other thing.
I was like,
that's
whoa,
right.
wish I had them connections.
That's what people were saying, like, oh, she was getting a bunch of people that she didn't like silenced on X.
Yeah, because Stu Peters was complaining too.
It's an interesting thought, but I don't know.
No, she showed it. She showed, I don't know about Stu Peters, but she showed how she was able to talk to the IT behind.
I have it.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Here it is. Here. Yeah. And is this related to her beef with Ari? No, it's probably different. Okay.
If you go through Ari's thread, you're gonna see the whole entire beef with her.
Okay. So FYI, the security team on Elon's own platform locked the account. He is now responding to for a week and posting a non-consensual underwear photo of me as a child. Why would that be on the internet?
And how does she know that without having access to Elon?
From head of safety.
that wasn't Elon who did it.
Oh, okay.
It was Milo.
Thanks for the call, Chris. We're bouncing the post for non-consensual nudity. Given that it's paired with a threat to expose as well, we're increasing the timeout period to 1 week. This will also help us get to the right of the news cycle on Ashley. Get is also using the media matching tool to. All right, so they're talking about it's the inside details of. I guess she got Milo posted for. Banned for posting something that he shouldn't have. Wow.
So
Interesting.
I was like, so
she got that
not only
Twitter
come
Connect.
with the money, but the power that comes with it.
Is Jeanna trying to talk again?
Jeanna, you're muted. Oh no.
Go to your settings. Go to your settings, and then click on settings. Go to audio, and make sure that your output is the same as your mic or your input. Your input should be the same as whatever you're talking through on your headset.
Oh no. So Jaleesa, tell us, what are the astrological implications here? You said you've looked into Elon. Have you looked into the birth dates of the baby moms as well? What are you seeing here?
Well, I just looked at Ashley's birthday. So she's a Leo. So, when y'all were talking about attention and things like that, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's an attention thing, because Leo is stereotypically known for look at me, they are the sun, they are the light. But Elon's a Cancer, and Cancer is a traditional sign. Like Capricorn and Cancer are traditional signs, so they do value family and children and things like that.
Elon is Cancer?
Yeah.
So is Trump, and so is JFK.
Trump is a Gemini.
No. Trump is a Gemini.
So
Why did I think they were Continue to. I mean,
Because it's in
Oh,
June.
no, no,
It's
you're
in
good.
June. But
No,
it's
he
June
was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fourteenth.
June
so
14th,
yeah.
I think, or something.
Yeah, June 28th is Elon, so he's Cancer. So, you know, typically I just kind of look at like I look at people more of like their behaviors, and when you understand astrology, you know that like everybody's life is not going to be the same. Like Cherry, you kind of mentioned like not chastising people for being single moms and things like that, because it's just not realistic to believe that everyone is going to live life the exact same way. And you know, everybody kind of incarnates here with different stories. So I don't look at people like that anymore. But you know, if you do see something, you see like, okay, Leo, that might be an indication of maybe this is for attention. Maybe this is to help boost the image and to be like, hey, you know, I'm not getting any spotlight. If they're not getting their shine, then they want people to, they got to do something. It's like, I got to do something. I want people to look at me.
Interesting.
You know,
It's
so
like
just look
noticing
at
patterns.
behaviors. Yeah. I mean, and if you look at enough people with the same birthday and stuff, you kind of see like, y'all all kind of
There's
act
patterns.
the same. Yeah. So maybe it is. I don't know. We don't really know people's motives, but you can tell, you know, for the most
it
part.
was. Sorry. It was
Oh, no,
Trump
you're good.
and
What were you gonna say?
JFK that have the same birth sign. My apologies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Gemini. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Gemini is
numerology between the two of them.
Yeah, and I was going to mention before, Alex Stein, I saw he was into numerology too. So when I was seeing like how he was being, and I saw him on a podcast with a guy named Gary, the numbers guy or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, I know.
So
Yeah,
Elon
I
is
saw that.
it would make sense. Elon's into family. I mean, he's certainly
Mhm.
creating a big one. So
Yeah, I know. I was like, he probably really values it, but the way that, you know, people go about it, like through marriage and things like that, that's just not for everybody. He just probably wants to conquer. I saw Andrew Tate commenting about him too.
he's got
Oh,
all
boy.
the money in the world, but not all the time in the world. And like someone, it's strange that somebody as smart as Elon Musk doesn't know that you have to put time into your, especially like a kid needs their dad. And
Is it possible he thinks that, and I'm just throwing this out here, that he can, like, when he's gone, he's going to like a part of him lives on through them.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to reincarnate in one of them.
Oh yeah,
probably
he and
X.
Grime are into all that stuff.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
so, because I was like, the way he's having all these children, it's like he's like, yeah, this body is fine, but when it goes, I got one of these guys I'm going to choose, and I got my favorite right here that I'm
Yeah.
going to raise. I'm going to basically teach him the things that I know, so that you know
That's
I
the
can
anointed one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I saw
archangel.
Nick
But if you
Cannon.
under-
I saw
if you
Nick
understand
Cannon
tr-
chimed in on him. Sorry.
If you no, you're fine. I didn't mean to cut you off. You're just quieter, so I didn't mean to cut you off. If I was just gonna say, if you understand transhumanism 2.0, the first part of transhumanism is we're going to be hooked up with like chips or like augmented reality. 2.0 is going to be someone like Elon, the elites can take their consciousness and put it into another body, whether it be through a chip or something like that. So that's
then
the
what
end goal.
happens to the existing consciousness? Like what happens to little X's actual personality and his spirit? Gone?
Yeah, because
That's
they would put a
horrible.
Neuralink in there, right? You would put that. I mean, you'd put that. The goal would be to put the Neuralink in someone.
They want to
and
have the
that
Neuralink
Elon's
interface.
brain would live through his
Yeah.
child.
Yep.
That's the goal.
Oh, that's so incredibly selfish. My God.
Well, I mean, having all these kids and not being active in their lives except for one is the most selfish thing you could do. You know what I'm saying? He's a
And to
very
think-
selfish man anyway, so.
And to spend that much time like choosing traits and thinking, oh, genetically, I'm really setting this kid up, you know, but then not put the time in to like be a dad. It's very short-sighted, or to think, oh, the kids are all taken care of financially, but again, like.
But that's how a lot
They
of these
need-
men,
Yeah.
not all men, but a lot of men think like, okay, I just got to make sure that they don't want for nothing.
Yep.
Boom, I done my part. But they don't realize that you have to be there to teach your child, especially little boys. Okay, little girls need their dads so that they won't fall underneath the spell of Andrew Tate's, okay, or any
So
other.
they won't
like
go on
this out there.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you need your daddy to be there, or a father figure there. Then you need your dad as a son or a father figure to basically ask your dad, "Hey, Dad, I noticed this, that, and the other is happening to me that only your father can express." I mean, I think it's sad that when a little boy experiences wood for the first time, he don't know what's happening to him. He can't go to his mama. His mama doesn't know what to say. So he has to go to some kind of man or some male to understand what's happening. And then you got to make sure that male is not a pedophile that's going to exploit the situation. So it's if the father was just there, you wouldn't have to worry about any of this
and
shit.
like women nurture a child, and but you really need the men to discipline and shape and
especially
give,
the discipline part.
Good self-esteem.
Because the mother's the nurturer and the father's the discipliner. And then when you got the mother that's taking on both roles,
You can't
the guys
do
are
both.
supposed to be the assholes, and the mothers are supposed to say, "It's okay, honey, I still love you," right?
Yeah.
Elon's kids are Horcruxes. That's hilarious.
Oh,
what
Sorry, I
happened?
pre-read one of your super chats. I didn't mean to do that. That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my producer Fealty in the back. I had Ashley St. Clair on my podcast. I didn't realize it was this long ago. It was August of 2020. And she's talking about the role of men and women. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh, that's so funny how old this is. Okay. How long is it? It's a little over 2 minutes. Okay. I haven't seen this in years. Let's see what she says. Okay, please excuse my early podcast setup here.
Love it.
Aww. This was a chalkboard. I used chalkboard paint in my apartment at the time. So I would draw stuff on that. All right,
Look where
let's
you've
see.
come.
Look how
Look
far
where
I've
you've
come, and I was wearing a workout outfit, and now I don't even work out anymore. Okay, I'm a mom now. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we're talking about. Men have to be sensitive. You can't be aggressive. You can't have microaggressions, which is like, what is
You
that?
can't be
even?
men. You can't be
Yeah.
men. And the most sexist thing I find is telling women that they have to be men in order to be successful. This is absolutely ridiculous. So my mom, who stayed at
So we're having like a feminism 101 conversation
home
here.
for most of my life to raise the kids, is she not as successful because she wasn't a CEO? Because I find success as having a goal and completing it. And nobody wants to address that in the most egalitarian societies, men and women do very different things.
Right.
They do the most different things in the most egalitarian societies. This is just
Interesting.
how it is.
This was
But
during the
now they're
lockdown.
telling
Yes,
us
it was
we have to
2020.
do what men are doing in order to be successful. But they don't want us to find an equality in like the workforce death rate, right? 97% of that is men who die in the workplace. But we're not looking at those statistics or anything else. It's only where the money is, and you have to do the same job as a man to be successful.
Right. And it's also like what Jordan Peterson talks about, which is like men and women.
Oh, that's
actually
good. I'm going to be so proud of myself. I'm quoting Jordan Peterson. Oh,
just
wow.
want a different, like,
I
in a-
like
in a
what I'm hearing
sweeping
so far.
generalization kind of way, like we kind of want different
It's so
things.
hard to watch
like our
myself.
work reflects that. And there should be nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't think if men and women are the same, like that's so boring. And what do we need each other for? But that's the lie, is we do need each other. Absolutely. You ever been in a man's house where there's never been a woman there? It looks like shit.
And they don't know how to do dishes, dog, and they can't. Oh my goodness.
They don't
having a man
see
cook for you.
dirt. Like I lived with my
They're really good at the grill.
So true.
Yes.
They don't see
I lived with my
dirt.
boyfriend 5 years. He does not see, like he doesn't, it's weird. And
They
I'm
don't
just-
hang up towels.
I'm like, let me just let the bathroom go. Like, I'll let it go. I'll just let him figure out when to clean it. And that time is never. I had to buy like pet things to pick up all the hair. There's so much hair. There's so much Italian shedding
paper,
going on. And it's just
paper
like,
towels.
all right, I could just bitch at him to like do it better, or I could just do it and then I'll let him do the things that he does really well, like cooking.
Men and women
putting,
complement each other, right? Like I have no problem doing the dishes or cleaning the baseboards and cooking, because anytime I need
All
something
right.
built,
She's a nice gal. So yeah, maybe she doesn't seem like somebody who just wants money. But clearly, we did a podcast and a couple lunches, so I didn't know her that well.
See, I don't.
Money,
Like I said,
money and
I
status aren't the same, though.
like I said, I think it was more. Like I said, I think I don't know what her initial motive was, but to me, it looks like she was in love with him, or she has very deep feelings for him, and he picked on. First of all, let me just say this about, and I could be the only one who's different here. I don't give a fuck about Valentine's Day. I'm trying to get my husband to stop celebrating it because it makes me feel guilty. He keeps buying me shit on Valentine's Day, and I hate it.
That's
Right?
nice.
No,
No, I agree. I agree with
What
you.
did he get you?
But anyway, so Valentine's Day means a lot to her, and he chose to spend his Valentine's with the other baby mama, so she feels slighted because she's like, hey, I'm the new baby mama with your new child. I never got my turn. You've been spending all this time with all these women. What about me? That's what it looks like to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
She wants the attention.
But again, you should have known. You
Yeah.
should have known that going into it. Ugh. Yeah. How? Yeah. I would have never. I think it's because I have just sort of like default low self-esteem. So if I'm baby mom number 4, like I'm gonna be like, oh, like I'll see you every other Arbor Day. You know, I'll see you maybe, I don't know, if you have a spring break or something. Like, no, it's fine. Like I'm good. I'm good in my apartment. I'm gonna order some DoorDash. I'm gonna eat some Haagen-Dazs till I pass out. I'll see you next year.
What would you and Elon name your baby, Chrissy?
Ooh.
XY.
Gosh, you know, I think I would really annoy Elon, and I would give the baby like an extremely normal name, like William or something. I wouldn't name him. I wouldn't name him after an equation or something. How do you even write that on a fucking driver's license? I don't know.
I know,
That's so
especially
weird.
the Elvin. You know how his name is X, but then it's that Elvin AE.
Yeah.
Right,
And then A12 for their favorite reconnaissance jet. It's crazy. It's named after an archangel, which also is interesting.
Really?
Yeah, A12 is the 12th lineage of that plane, and then the A is for archangel.
It's just weird. I'm sorry.
Everything.
The whole
I
thing
agree
is
with you.
weird.
I agree 100%. And we
Preach,
didn't even get
Skylar.
into all of his business deals. I've got information for days on that too.
Yeah, I just don't trust him. Not
I
one
know.
bit.
I want to like him.
Yeah.
My opinion would never change about him.
The
I'm
costume
not
bothered
trusting
me a
him.
lot,
Yeah.
Carrie. I'm with you on that.
Same
It
tree.
says a lot. I don't care that it's Halloween. There's so many other costumes to choose from, and that's it's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
True. Let me blow through a couple of these supers. Mitchell Fields, women emotional? Stop. James Sharp. He has 13 kids with 3 or 4 other women. Ashley St. Clair, I can fix him. Oh, well, she was confident. DS, I like it. I don't need to simp. Y'all got it. Thank you. Yes. Hi Keith, thank you for the orange boy. Look up Tim Cohen for the Antichrist's identity.
Oh,
That name sounds familiar.
Mitchell Fields, men like a good hot to crazy ratio. The hotter, the more crazy we will deal with. Oh, I've heard of this.
That's so true.
I've heard of this.
They like it.
Great U.S. treasure hunt. Buy Tesla and Bitcoin. This is not financial advice. It's prophecy. We was magas. We're attracted to psychos because the pussy's good. End of story. It's not about a challenge. The crazier they are, the harder they like to write. Okay, sir. First of all, boring girls have excellent poos as well. I don't know. Maybe they get
The
tired.
vag is the same. It's
The
just
vag
what's
is
attached
physical
to it.
next
Oh,
t-shirt.
give me a break.
It's the same. Yeah, physical. You can do Kegels if you're boring, you know. But you're talking about like the brain behind the crazy woman is gonna be like, But you know what? You can bring that out of a nice girl. You just need to know what to do. It's an old stereotype that only the crazy chicks are good in bed. I say no. That's false.
I agree with you.
Because I have been both. Push-up says Elon can't be Antichrist, can't perform magic.
And also,
says who?
Also,
He wasn't Amber Heard.
Keep in mind that men, they like to hire women at at the morgue for a reason.
Oh.
So it doesn't matter about the vajayjay. Okay?
Keith says Elon is a Freemason, aka worships Satan, the devil. Search Tillian Childs for exposing Freemasons. Huge list of celebs. King Charles is the best candidate. I don't think so. Not every person who's a Freemason is a Satan worshiper. It's like a community group. They do like good works in the community. They'll I say this is false. Not every person who's involved in this. It's like a Knights of Columbus or like an Elks Club, that sort of thing.
Well, if you want to really know how Freemasons work,
go ahead.
I was going to say, when they are Freemasons, but not every Freemason is part of the occult.
Right.
So to become a Freemason, they will at the first level they will put something out there to test you to see if maybe you would fit. So then they like, oh, this guy's gonna maybe want to come along. So they take that one person, go to the second level, right? So there's stages. That person who didn't pass the test just stays a Freemason doing good works in the community, and that's how they get them all the way up to 35.
They also purposely select some really good people from different communities to act as shields. So no one would ever suspect because they do amazing things. And like this person has no idea that it's actually, oh, are you working?
She's back.
I think so. My headset's not working, so I had to mess with the computer. I don't know. It sucks. Sorry.
Oh, no, don't worry about it.
I'm glad you're back.
You're back.
Thank you.
Yay.
Okay. All right, let me go through a couple more of these bad boys. What's up, Braith? A child needs both parents who are always there for them, not when it's convenient. Elon may have all the money in the world, but money can't buy time. You are
Amen.
Correct. Yes. What does it mean if you're a Scorpio? Girl, how much time do you have?
It means you're a badass. That's what it means.
Like, regarding Leonardo Joni, there is no such thing as a bisexual male. I've met many who claim to be bi. They can perform for women, but I know that they are gay in reality. Guest thoughts. I agree completely.
I do too.
It means,
Same.
It means you're gay. It means you're gay, and you just are not ready to come out with it. Jeremy David, Elon's kids are Horcruxes. Is that a Harry Potter reference? Push-ups, Tree spitting facts about the need for dads. Thank you, push-ups. Gabriel Knight, SNL's 50th anniversary was terrible and sucked. Oh, is that what happened recently?
I didn't know it was its 50th. Wow.
I didn't know either.
50 years?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Time
Jeremy
flies.
David, this panel makes Ashley look like Hannah. Oh.
Oh, no. Lies.
The vag is not the same. Crazy vag is just better. You just tell yourself that to justify you continually going after the wrong women. Okay. Just keep telling yourself that. Get yourself a wife and then, buy her some occasional chocolate covered strawberries. You'll just see what that does. I got chocolate covered strawberries. Okay. Oh my God. So there's a part of this clip where we talk about having a kid out of wedlock. Oh, is that interesting to talk about? This was she maybe
this could
already
be amazing.
She maybe already had her first son at this point.
Or my dad would like do anything for us. So it sucks. It sucks that there's this idea out there that like to be a strong woman, you have to hate and train yourself to like hate and not need men,
2240.
which just sucks. It's like try having a family by yourself. Like see how that goes. It's
what I really don't understand sometimes though is that when you bring up, the earnings gap, right? And you say there's an earnings gap because men and women simply do different things because we are biologically different. Like we just like different things. We gravitate towards different things. And they're like, well, that's not true. That's not true. But then they will recognize that there's differences between a male and female brain on the transgender issue, right? So if you like pink and you do all these things and you like the more girly things, you must have to chop your dick off.
Wow.
You know, you must be transgender.
What a good
so
point.
There's such a logical inconsistency. And like, okay, so it's not true in this regard, but if you feel like you like pink and you like makeup, the immediate response is take hormones and chop your penis off. It makes no sense to me. And I'm like, so are you admitting that there are differences between male and female brains? You know, they always say there's the brain born in the wrong body.
It was a good episode. All right. I don't know why I brought that up.
All right. I said I'm going to watch this.
What is it brought up?
It's true. Sliding edge. That's like saying George Washington was a Satan worshiper because he's a known Freemason. I agree with Chrissy on this. Again, like, I don't know. I'd have to like.
If you did a lot of research on it, you would understand more. Like, I'll just give you one example. Benjamin Rush and John Stockton both signed the Declaration of Independence. What are the chances that their descendant, Maria Farmer, would be involved with Epstein, and that what was his name? Benjamin Stockton or something like that was the one that went down in that submarine that blew up, and he was one of her cousins. Like, I'm sorry, there's just so many coincidences.
I'm gonna need to see a flow chart, Carmen. I'm gonna need to see a visual aid.
I
need pictures. I need visuals. Jeanna, what do you?
Yeah, Maria's talked about it.
Jeanna, I want to know your thoughts on the Ashley Sinclair, Elon Musk, baby mama, baby daddy drama. Because I know you were muted for a bit. I want to make sure you got your take in there.
Yeah, the only part I really wanted to say was I was excited to see that Grimes actually commented on the concubine post. I don't know if y'all saw that, but she replied.
What?
Grimes tapped in.
And her reply was LOL. And it's so Grimes. I was like, I love that response from her because she thought it was funny.
She's still in court because she's got 2 kids that she has with him that don't see him, and then she's got the one that he always has.
Yeah, X, right.
Oh, and I read that too. So yeah, X is Grimes' kid, and I read that she did not even know that he had taken X to the Oval Office. And she was like, wow, I found out literally through social media.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was there with him.
Wild. That's horrible. And that would be another reason why it's not good. If you have somebody that won't communicate with you, that's their mother. Can't keep them away from her because it's your teddy bear.
Right.
He is treating him a little bit like it. I mean, it is cute. I like seeing the kids.
No, I
like,
agree. I agree. I think it's great.
I don't think it's cute. I'm thinking about the other children.
Yeah, that's the part that if he rotated, then that would be different.
Right.
Yeah.
Or have them all on a leash or something. I was on a leash as a kid. I see the leashes, like, of the kids going to the pool in the summer, they're all on like a leash. Like there's 10 kids. They're like little ducklings. He should get a big old family leash. Bring all the kids to the Oval Office.
Oh my gosh.
Did we all forget about when Elon took Grimes' kids away? Because I don't know if it was they had some kind of a spat, and there was a period of time where he was keeping her kids from her.
I remember hearing about that. She was not happy about it. Yeah.
Well, I think they're still in court. Everything's sealed, though. You can't, like some court cases, you can check everything out, but they're protecting the children.
Usually, when there's minors involved, anything court is private.
I'm not anti-Elon. I do not like that he wore the Baphomet costume.
I'm not a fan of him.
I have my ears are up. Okay, my antennas. I've never been for Neuralink. I've always thought that was very sus. And I did not like reading that he does the petri dish thing for all his kids or most of the kids,
Mhm.
that he's trying to like pick and choose traits. I think that's fucked
Yeah.
up. I think
Yep.
you should not mess up with, don't try to be God. I mean, don't think you can't do that. I think the natural design of things is the way it should be.
Yep.
And I don't like that. I don't like kids. I don't like surrogates. I don't like that shit.
Mhm.
So, and I'm like, why can't, I know he's got a bad body. Maybe Elon doesn't like how he looks shirtless. Maybe this is why he doesn't want to have sex with any of these women.
Did he admit to being on Ozempic?
Yes. The other one,
really?
Mansaro. The Mansaro one.
Okay.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah, he has time and money. He could have a great body if he worked out a little bit.
He likes donuts too much.
He's too busy overseeing everything with Tesla and Twitter and stuff like that.
But it's like he had time to get hair plugs, So
that's a good point.
That was a good
Lift a couple
improvement,
weights.
though.
Yeah.
That was needed.
Big time.
So he got time to fix his physique and his hair, but not time for his children. So those are where his priorities are.
Yeah, let that sink in.
He needs to move to Utah, have a compound, and they could all live in one house, and they could all just be together.
Oh,
So
yeah.
That ain't gonna work.
That's what Grimes was looking into that. Grimes was looking for a house where all the baby mothers and kids could all live together.
Then who's to say they can get along with her?
So
You
here's
think?
Grimes.
Hold on, I know Ashley. I know Ashley and Grimes would never get along.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I can't. That's exactly Sarah.
I said the same compound, not the same house, right? You just be on the same plot of land.
So Grimes is saying he should not be in public like this. I did not see this. Thank you for alerting me, but I'm glad he was polite. Sigh. Oh, her little bean is out in the world. and
I
she
can't
doesn't know.
imagine. That would be horrible.
Little X was very polite today. You raised him well. He was so cute when he told Donald J. Trump, "Please forgive me. I need to pee." Oh, how cute. Oh. X. Why don't they just call him Xavier or something?
Because that's not his name.
Give him a real name.
It's X Ash, whatever. 812.
Some numbers.
Yeah.
Even that just like feels very icky.
Well,
to me.
I mean, think about it.
You
Like,
don't even get a human. You don't even get a human name. You're just
X is about the unknown. Yeah, exactly. X is the unknown variable. Then there's the AE, whatever, the elven thing. And then she says it's the elven for love or intelligence. But he says it's Ash for her
AI.
creativity. And so they don't even agree on what the name
Right.
is.
That's so odd.
Maybe they're robots and they're making us think that they're babies and they're growing as robots. And they started them in a CRISPR and just put them in this robot thing that's going to grow.
That would make the most sense.
They're robots.
Sally. Yeah.
Experiment and to see if us people are going to believe that they're real. This is it right here.
Could be.
Oh. Anyway, okay. To put a button on the Ashley thing, I hope she's not in some kind of situation where she is stuck. I mean, yeah, but the way that you described it, Trey, it why wouldn't Elon want to protect his investment, I guess? I mean, there's no way that he's not giving her money, right? There's no
Money's
scenario
not
where...
an issue. This is all about feelings. I know. First of all, when it comes to money, I noticed that Elon and what's the black guy name who's doing the same thing with all these baby kids?
Oh,
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
I noticed the difference between Nick Cannon and Elon, even though Elon has a way lot more money. None of the baby mamas are complaining about money.
Yeah, because he even
None
gave
of
Amber
them.
Heard money when she wasn't even asking for it.
Right. So I think these guys understand, okay, here's your money, but I ain't loving you. Okay. So it's like, so they're like, okay, I got the money, but I want to be the chosen one. I want him to love me. I want my child to be the special child, not X. Okay.
So delusional.
Yeah, it's very delusional. So this to me, like, if a woman is going to get with a man that has already enough, if you look at this is a harem, right?
Right.
But so if you get with a man that has a harem, understand it is what it is. It's for upgrading your lifestyle and to produce a child, you know what I'm saying, because he feels that he has to pass on his legacy. Then, you know, play the game, get prepared for it, but leave your heart out of it.
Yeah. Elon said he was not going to give, you know, automatic equal shares of his companies to his kids, you know, if they didn't share a propensity or intelligence, or if they didn't show an ability to run the businesses, that he wasn't going to just automatically cut them in on it. I mean, they're all going to be set for life with money.
Right. Yeah, who cares if they don't have part of the company? He has several companies and he owns several stocks and all kinds of other things dealing with Bitcoin. So they're going to be set for life. It's just that, like, what I don't think that, and this is just my opinion, their legacy should not be his legacy. There's only going to be one Elon Musk.
Right.
Just like there's one Malcolm X, one Martin Luther King. There's only one George Washington. There's only one Ronald Reagan. There's only one Trump. There'll never be another. No matter how many kids they have, there'll never be one that will take the same place of their father, because that was the father's destiny, not the child's destiny.
Right.
They should have their own destiny.
Yeah.
Unless he puts their consciousness through it.
Well,
I don't like that.
There you go. Yeah.
I really don't like that.
Kelly.
Let
It's
little
the
X
goal.
have his own little life, you know? Let him grow up, change his name to Milton or something,
Seriously.
move out to Minnesota and be a farmer.
Come
Get
hang
away
out
from
with my
technology.
kids.
You know what I like? I would love for his kids to be like, no, I'm going to get a brick phone. I'm not going to get a smartphone. Like, to have them move away from technology.
I bet you're right.
Yeah. They're like, I don't want rockets.
And also, who's to know? Because if they don't feel like they have any closeness with the father, then they're going to rebel. Just like the little son who's now a trans woman.
Yep.
Like, that's just a start of the rebelliousness,
Right.
of the rebellion from the children.
Yeah.
So if they don't feel like their father loves them,
she
they're
even
like, well,
changed her
fuck you,
last
Dad.
name.
I'm about to go out and do my own thing.
She changed her name to the mother's maiden name.
Last name,
because
yeah.
That's how much she wanted to. She wanted to pull away from Elon, and Elon's first child died from sudden infant death. SIDS at 10 weeks or something, and apparently ever since that happened, then he got bent on doing the petri dish stuff to like get the best traits and stuff, because maybe it got in his head like, oh, did this kid die because it was just, you know,
It's
weak.
crazy. Like the stuff they had, like literally they're also making a nanotech for the womb that will tell you at any moment what the baby's like heartbeat is, and like,
wow,
it's creepy to me.
Yeah.
Well, they're already doing it in Africa. They already are from womb to life. They are already being chipped. They're already on the Bitcoin. They're already on a social credit system from the very beginning. They're monitoring everything that they do already, and they're already making their digital twin. That's the goal. And they're
Well, I think we all have digital twins already.
I would love to be able to tweet from the womb, like send out, you know. Imagine being canceled before you're even out. How exciting.
Right.
You said the wrong thing.
Like, look, I tweeted the N-word, but only because I wasn't out in the world yet. I didn't realize how
know any
triggering it
better.
would be. Yeah.
When
Oh my
I think
God.
about these men making artificial wombs, it just makes me realize, damn, I'm the best fucking human being ever. You know what I'm saying? As women, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
they're trying to replicate us. We're
Yep.
not trying to make another prostate. Nobody's trying to make,
No.
another phallic symbol, although they're in dildos constantly. You know what I'm
You're so right, Trey, because there's women out there like, oh, just hand me a cucumber, like whatever,
Right.
it'll do.
they're even trying to make a vagina, right? They're trying to perfect the woman vagina.
Picky.
Yeah,
At the
but
end of the day,
hold on.
sometimes.
Good point. They replicate a vagina and they're still not satisfied, because when the sex robots came out, I was like, yay, now you guys can shut the fuck up about how you're not getting any pussy. No, they don't shut up. They don't shut up. They still get on there and attack a bunch of women still.
Okay, to your point, yes, but they're not. They don't have to be. They can be pretty rudimentary, and like a woman will be. You know what I mean? Like a dildo is like could be anything. It shouldn't be anything, but it could be. And again, like to make a vagina is a lot harder, and clearly no one's been able to do it yet. I
Right.
don't think it can be done. It shouldn't ever be done.
No.
And whereas like you could stick anything in there, not that you should,
It's
but
true.
people do. People do. Wait a second. Ladies, ask yourself if Elon showed up today in the chat here on SimpCast and asked if he could make a baby with you, what would you say? I would say no.
No.
Hell
No,
no.
I'm not going to betray my husband. If I was
Yeah.
single, I'd think about it. We had to talk about.
Right.
I'm
I would
loyal to
say
my
yes.
husband. I made vows. I'm not going to break those.
I had my kids young on purpose. I was done by 24. There's no way in hell.
Oh,
that
I
I'm
think
having
that's
kids at
so
this stage of my
good.
life.
I think that's so cool when they have kids young.
That is cool. I wish I had met my husband earlier, but you know what? Everything happens for a reason.
It absolutely does. I didn't have mine too young either.
I can't imagine being my age. So I'm 46. I can't imagine being 46 and chasing around. Like my son never stopped. I had to put deadbolts at 2 years old on top of the doors. Because one day he decided, I want to go to grandma's house. And I was out of town for the first time ever. And the babysitters slept in. They fell asleep, which was really bad. 2.5 years old, he puts on his little cowboy boots, unlocks the door, walks. It's just two country houses. So it is about maybe 100 yards maybe down the street to go to grandma's to get a sippy cup of juice. Well, car picked him up and then, knew that he belonged at my house. But anyway, long story short, but that's how kids are. They're a lot of work.
Yes.
We was Mega says, do chocolate covered strawberries jump on top of you and try to break your parts off while they scream at you to spit in their mouth? That would be weird. Okay, well now we know what he likes. Rudy the vet Russo, see you at the Grifties, Chrissy. Oh yeah, I'll be at
that'll
the
be
Grifties.
fun.
The
What is
Grifties,
the
I think, are
Grifties?
end of March. I think maybe the 27th.
Is
or the 29th.
that at a location or is that just still strictly online?
New Jersey.
Yes, it's at Tiff's in Morris Plains, New Jersey. Sliding edge. I'll take Elon over Gates. Oh, for sure. On the spectrum versus
Well,
sociopath
of
hidden
course.
in plain
Yeah.
sight. Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
None your business. I'm 45 minutes behind, but regarding Sally, the mark of the beast is taken willingly. Saying the COVID vax is the mark is saying people can be duped into taking it, and that is not biblical. Oh, right, because they're all about you know, giving consent.
I think it's going to have to do with the.
But they still
AI
took it willingly because they could have
transhumanism.
quit their job. They still could have quit their job. They still took it willingly. They
But
weren't
a lot of people felt like they were not in a position to quit their job.
true, but they still had the option of not taking, even though the consequences weren't good. They still had an option. I'm not saying it was correct. I think it's going to be the digital IDs
hand
through your
thing?
skin.
Oh yeah.
To buy and sell.
Leg. We are not allowed to assert Elon is gay in a S chat. Okay. John Kennedy. Whoa, I wonder if this is John F. Kennedy. If I was Elon, I would sire no less than 100 offspring. See, this is what I'm talking about. A lot of men would like to be. They would like
men
to be
want to
sire.
spread their seed, though. I mean, that is men by nature want to have lots of babies. Women are monogamous. Like Elon is just being a man.
Elon's being Elon.
I think women are the best at being poly. I mean, because we don't have to. We wouldn't get caught if we don't want to be caught. Men are just sloppy.
Chrissy is so beautiful.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you, Recon. Thank you for the yellow boy. I'll hang that up on my wall. I'll
next
at
to your YouTube 100K.
Yes. Which
When
I
did you
haven't
have
got yet, 'cause
K?
I didn't get the square yet. I'll have to call somebody about that.
When did you hit 100K?
Remember what I told you
Before Christmas.
Chrissy?
Oh, I
Last
missed
year.
I
don't. I forgot what you told me, Tree.
I said that I got to 100K, and I applied, and they told me that I am not qualified because my content is not according to community guidelines.
That's insane.
Wow. Really?
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. We was Magus. The Bible doesn't say the mark of the beast needs to be taken willingly. It just says that everyone has it or they can't buy anything. Oof.
It's going to be the digital. It's going to be Bitcoin and digital currency. It's going to be blockchain. I'm telling you.
That's sad. Hi Vito. If Elon was black, would we judge him as harshly?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Who cares what he is?
All the baby daddies. All the Vito.
Was that a trick question or what?
Why does everyone have to make everything about race? Oh,
We already complained about Nick Cannon.
Yeah, come on. Is
I think
that
that's
enough?
worse than Elon.
And we complained about Tate too, because he was saying stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Rate says best and worst Valentine's Day gift you've ever received. Okay, I can say without a doubt, I was dating this guy who I one time said that he looks like a koala, so then he gave me a stuffed koala for Valentine's Day. Which is so stupid and funny. Yeah. And like it's the worst Valentine's gift because this guy ended up like cheating on me with some chick from college, and I like found out about it. So he sucks.
Yes.
And but other than that, I think there's no such thing as a bad Valentine's Day gift given from a good place. Like if your intentions are good.
Yeah. I don't
Oh
think
my
I'm
gosh.
about
I got
it.
the sweetest story for you guys. So it's Wednesday or whatever Valentine's Day was. I don't even know anymore. Whatever day Valentine's was, I was starting to get sick. And it's afternoon and my kids are not in the house anymore. So I'm like, who's at my house? The front door opens and my son, he's like 6'2", comes walking up the stairs and has like a vase full of roses, just gives me a hug and says Happy Valentine's Day. And then off he goes.
Oh my gosh, that's really sweet.
I know. I love when my kids give me stuff. It's just so cool. It's the
Aw.
best.
Mine makes dirty diapers.
That's a very sweet present.
He'll poop in his diaper, and then when I'm changing him, he'll like thrash around and like put both of his feet in it, and he'll like.
Chrissy, you should donate your
It's fun.
eggs, because you make very cute babies.
Y'all, I was shocked because one of my friends was dating a girl that was getting $35,000 for eggs.
Yeah, you can get a lot of money for
the heck. That's
Wow.
so frightening to me.
Wow.
That's so Raven. Jeremy Parkhurst, I would like to have a chat with Sally's two friends. And where is the conversation about how Cherry is amazingly hot? Seems like an
Yes.
important topic.
Thank you.
We should have
I concur.
dedicated more time to that. Yeah.
Yeah, very very important topic here.
She's like, I know.
Oh my God, Regod would pay me $150K for eggs. I'm not selling any. I'm not selling. Look, I have a couple just clinging for dear life. My little eggs are like the hang in there cat right now. You think I'm gonna sell those babies? I might need them. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I am sweating. The AC, the windows are. It's very hot in this room, and I'm trying to be done before the baby wakes up for his midnight feed.
Aw.
Oh, this was so fun! My God, I feel like we could have had like a double show with all the topics. Cherry Perez, tell the good people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on X, TikTok, and YouTube at Miss Cherry Perez, and I have a new video coming out on Wednesday, liberal horror dating stories. So, yeah.
Everybody
Thank you
check
for having
that
me,
out.
Chrissy.
Oh my gosh, this was just the best. Carmen, where can people find you?
I'm on Twitter and YouTube by my name.
Follow
That's it. That's all I got.
got. Sally.
I am Talking with Sally on Rumble, YouTube, X, and Locals. You can find me in all those places. I do X Spaces all the time. I've been on vacation, then I got sick, so I'm gonna get back to my regular set streaming schedule. I've been a little bit off there, but yeah. What did Carmen say?
Topics usually.
She's playing the music.
Oh.
I was like, what is that? It's like this.
It's an inspirational musical outro.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't hear it for a second.
I thought my YouTube was playing something. I was like, what in the world?
Jalisa, tell the people.
I am on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Same name. I mean, you type it into Google and a bunch of stuff is going to come up. But yeah, you can find me everywhere. So
follow Jalisa. Jeanna.
Same. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, under my name, and I have a website, JeannaHoch.com.
Yes. Tree
of Logic. I'm on Twitter, but I'm not active that much. But I have been active for the past 24 hours because I haven't been doing anything today. However, listen, I do have an announcement because I normally don't have anything new to say. Me and Jasmine Jafar have a new program that we do once a month. So if you're a man or a woman and you have any sexual questions, business questions, we got even some women who ask about being sugar babies. We will answer them uncensored, okay, unedited, no matter what your questions are. And if you want to see the taste of it, go to my Twitter at tree_up_logic, and you can see the video that's linked to my YouTube channel. And if you're interested in submitting any of your questions, men, women, okay, if you have any questions, because I noticed something that a lot of young women don't have any mentors or any like big sisters or aunties to ask questions to. And I was really shocked at how many young women were asking a lot of questions in reference to their virginity, And so that was like, wow, this is a much needed service. So if you're interested, go to my my Twitter account and it'll give you the links to it. And we'll do the next one next month, about 2 weeks from now.
That sounds fun. Sweet. A couple more super chats. Jake DeLesba, the post-wall reunion has now ended. Good night. So funny. Thank you. Sliding Edge. People were making Fauci candles, wanting to give him sainthood, and people couldn't interact with society. Work by growth was all but inaccessible unless you had the Vax card. It fills revelations like, yes, it did. That was a scary time. Thank you guys for watching SimpCast. We appreciate you so much. We simp for you, the audience. And we'll see you all next time. Bye.
See ya.